Hi, my name is Ray, and I'm from Virginia. Please like and subscribe. My parents were pretty famous singers back in their time, so when I grew up, I became one too. But Mom and Dad had an accident when I was only 6, and ever since then, my uncle and aunt took care of me. Both of them spoiled me to bits and always supported me in everything, especially in my singing career. By the time I was 14, I was already doing huge shows and concerts, and it kept me so busy that I always wondered what normal stuff like making friends and going to school would be like. But suddenly, my life took a wild turn on my 15th birthday. Just as I entered my room, I saw my auntie going through Mom's stuff. What are you doing in here? Hey, honey, happy birthday. I was just missing your mom so much today. Came to see these pictures and stuff that belonged to her. I hope you don't mind. Aw, thanks, auntie. And of course not. This belongs to you as much as it belongs to me. After that, she got me to sign some papers for my upcoming show and hugged me tight. We have the greatest surprise party for you, sweetie. You're gonna love it. And it was actually awesome. It was my biggest concert ever, and I was gonna sing in front of my biggest live audience. I was jumping with excitement backstage, and that's when I heard the most shocking thing of my life. Now that we have my cunning sister's real will, and we got that orphan brat to sign the property papers, everything will be ours, honey. Yeah, and all that money she's gonna make, we'll bite on that too. We're gonna be so rich. OMG, who were these people? I pushed the curtain aside and confronted them. You blood-sucking mosquitoes! I can't believe you'd be so greedy and evil. You're gonna what? There's nothing you can do now. We are the freaking owners of everything. Your money, your life, and your soul. Yes, sir, and now you're gonna make more money for us, so get your butt on that stage and do what you trained for. No, there's no way. I'm not gonna do anything you guys say. That's enough. I'm not asking. I'm giving you an order. Security, watch over this room and don't let her out until the show starts. Oh, God, no. I tried to kick her with all my might, but that witch got away. And now I was gonna be trapped in this room with 2 Hulks standing outside keeping an eye on me. I had to do something. I looked at the window in the room, and without a thought, I climbed out of it. I had to run away from these evil people at all costs. But just as I was climbing down, my hand slipped and I fell on something. Ah, my back. I'm so sorry. The guy looked at me super stunned, but he finally spoke. Oh my God. I'm sorry. I'm Noah, super crazy fan. I've heard all of your songs 1,000 times. Suddenly the guards heard me and they were running down to catch me. I didn't have any time for the introduction, but he had a bike. Get me out of here, now! What? He looked shocked and I didn't have time to explain, so I just kissed him and told him to get me out of here. He went into shock for a few seconds, but then he held me and got me on his bike and we rode off. In no time, we were far away from my evil aunt and her potato head husband. After some time, he stopped and he turned around to me. Is everything okay? Why did you run? Should I call someone? His name was Noah, and he was actually a year younger than me. I told him everything that had happened, and then he offered me his place to stay. What? Are you sure? Yeah, I live with my mom, and you can stay with me. Us, as long as you want. Honestly, I had no other place to go, and I ran from a freaking concert. I didn't want the media or my aunt to find me, so I said yes, and Noah took me to his house. We climbed into his room through the window so his mom wouldn't see us. Once inside, he got me all the food in the house and kept looking at me like I was some kind of alien. What's wrong? Do I have something on my face? I just can't believe you're here. In my room. This is like... I pinched him hard and he squealed loudly. Now do you believe me? Ouch! Okay, I do. And we both burst out laughing. Later, when it was time to sleep, Noah offered me his bed and went to sleep on the floor. Oh God, he was so cute. But the next morning when I woke up, I was startled to see Noah staring at me. What the heck, dude? Oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to scare you. I was just leaving for school, and Mom will go to work. She's a lawyer, so you have the home to yourself. Make yourself comfy, okay? He then got me breakfast and a pair of clothes which were obviously his and left. But the next morning, as Noah was getting ready for school, I had a crazy idea. I want to go to school and see what a normal school life looks like. Will you take me? And he straight away denied. No, what if someone sees you? It's too dangerous for you to step out like this. What? So I was again a prisoner? No way! After he went downstairs, I sneaked into his mom's room and borrowed some wigs and some makeup, and then I followed him to school. And public school was nothing like I had imagined. The kids were coming in on buses or bicycles, and everyone minded their own business. That was so freaking awesome. But then I saw a bunch of guys surrounding Noah, and one of them was holding him by his collar.
I thought you'd stay at home after the butt kicking I gave you yesterday, nerd. Next time when I ask you to do my homework, don't you dare refuse. Leave me alone. I don't want to talk to you. Sure, I'll do that, but before that, you'll have to lick my shoes.
Seriously? I couldn't hold it back anymore. I marched up to him and punched him hard in the face.
Oh my God, what are you doing here? Oh, and who is this you got with you, Noah? Your sister? 'Cause I didn't think a scaredy cat like you can get a girl. Ha!
He sure can, and here I am. 'Cause you see, he ain't a giant crybaby who has to pick on others to satisfy his tiny ego, and that's why I love him. And then I kissed him again. The guy looked raging mad after this, and he turned to hit me when Noah came in and took the hit. Noah, are you okay? Just then, seeing some of the teachers coming our way, the bullies ran away. And I didn't want to be caught either, so I took Noah's hand and ran too.
Wait, what are you doing here? This was crazy.
You're crazy. Why didn't you tell anyone you were being bullied? And why did you come in between?
Because he was gonna hurt you.
You didn't have to save me, you dummy. Look at that. It's gonna hurt. But don't you worry. I'm gonna make those jerks pay for what they did.
What do you mean?
I showed him the phone camera I had on all this time and recorded whatever those jerks did. Later, Noah showed it to the principal, and those jerks were suspended for 2 weeks. Later that night, I went downstairs to get some ice for Noah's bruises, but just as I picked up the ice tray, I freaked out to see Noah's mom right behind me.
Goodness gracious, where did you come from?
Suddenly, Noah came running downstairs screaming,
Mom, listen to me. I can explain.
You better. I didn't want to complicate things, so I told her everything and begged her to let me stay. Just a few more days, and then I'll go back, I promise. She melted and agreed, but Noah had to sleep in the living room, which he was totally fine with. This guy was winning my heart like anything. The next day, Noah's friends were throwing him a huge party for getting into the basketball team, and he asked me to tag along. This was gonna be awesome. When we reached there, Noah and I danced to my favorite song and partied so hard. This is the best day ever. I'm so happy you got onto the team.
Yeah, I think I made it 'cause I got my good luck charm. Oh, your good luck charm?
The bully guys from school. What were they doing here?
How about you share this babe with us too, Noah? What are you even doing this evening, sweetheart? Want to go out with a real player?
I was gonna poke my fingers right into his eyes this time. But before I could do that, Noah kicked him hard and he fell to the ground. Both of them broke into a fight and I had to pull Noah apart from him. But Noah looked raging mad.
Stay away from my girl or I'm gonna kill you.
Whoa, his girl? I was blushing so hard. Noah took my hand and we were about to leave when the bully got up and pulled me by my hair. My wig! It came off and everyone gasped as they saw me. Ray! It's Ray, the music superstar! Within seconds, everyone had their phones up and were taking pictures of me. Oh, shoot. Noah put his hoodie over me and rushed me out of there, but I was terrified now. My aunt was gonna know about me. As soon as we reached home, I hugged him tight. I don't want to go. I can't, Noah.
Don't worry, Ray. I won't let them take you, I promise.
But minutes later, someone barged into the front door, and it was none other than my aunt and uncle with loads of paparazzi and a huge crowd gathered behind them. My darling niece, thank God I found you. I've been worried sick. Come, let's go home. Get away from me. I'm not going anywhere with you. And you already have everything. You made me sign those papers and all my money. You have it. What do you want now? You little witch, shut up and get in the car. Do you know all the record and concert deals worth billions that we'll lose?
What's happening here? What papers?
Noah's mom came in and pulled me to her side, and then I told her everything.
Oh my God, why would you do that to your own blood?
'Cause it was easy to trick a trusting moron like her into signing whatever we wanted. Ugh, I don't have time for this chit-chat. We're still her legal guardians, and I'm taking her with me.
Not anymore. Say cheese.
Apparently, Noah had been live streaming the whole thing since the moment my wicked uncle and aunt had stepped inside, and the media outside was going crazy to bash them now. No. This can't be happening. I'm gonna kill you. My aunt tried to get a hold of my arm, but I pushed her away. She turned into a witch, but thankfully, Noah's mom had already called the cops, and they got there just in time. After everyone went away, I turned to Noah and I hugged him tight. Thank you so much for everything. His cheeks went all red.
I want to say,
Oh, get in here. I pulled him in for a kiss and he swung me into the air.
I love you.
I love you too, dummy. Hi, I'm Mariam from London. Please like and subscribe. I lived with my parents and my grandma on my dad's side. Grandma was a millionaire, so we lived in a mansion with a pool and even a tennis court. But Grandma was also the meanest lady on the planet, except to me. When Mom made dinner, everything tasted wrong. I've never eaten rice this overcooked. I might as well eat bleach for dinner. But one time, I made Grandma a mustard sandwich and she was blown away. Look at you, already cooking at 10 years old. My granddaughter is the smartest girl on the planet. Grandma also showered me with expensive gifts, constantly. One time, I helped Dad clean the floors and Grandma bought me a TV for my room. Look at you doing your chores. This is what you get for being an angel, darling. Grandma scolded Mom and Dad for not spoiling me the way she did. Mariam had a fever yesterday. You two cheapskates couldn't hire a singer or a boy band to entertain her. Even though she was a jerk to everyone around her, I loved being Grandma's little gem. Whenever my parents got mad at me, I had my grandma to hide behind. What is this D on your biology test, Mariam? Grandma, Mom's yelling at me. How dare you put that kind of pressure on Mariam? Sweetie, you don't have to study if you don't want to. My parents really wanted me to become a doctor when I grew up. They would get me all sorts of medical toys, but all I was ever interested in was paints, clays, and brushes. I often imagined myself as a famous painter and pretended to take a veil off a painting I made. Everyone would tell me I was the next Picasso, and I'd say, "Oh, you're all too kind." One day in 9th grade, I decided to sign up for a painting class, but my dumb parents said I had to take chemistry.
It's time you start taking school seriously, young lady.
We've had enough of your art nonsense. That was it. I opened my mouth and started to scream. My voice should have shattered the windows. Mom and Dad covered their ears. What is the matter with you?
Are you a toddler? I think I lost my hearing.
Grandma! They're being so mean to me. I don't want to take biology. I want to paint. You two should be ashamed of yourselves. Mariam is obviously an art prodigy and should be painting as much as she wants. We'll compromise then. You will take biology class, but we'll hire a tutor to give you private art lessons. Really? Oh, thank you so much. I knew I was being a little bratty, but if I could take private art lessons, so be it. My art tutor turned out to be a girl from my school. Her name was Layla, and she was in the 11th grade. And I didn't mind having her for my art tutor at all. She was one of the most popular girls in school and looked like a supermodel. I'd always heard about her, but I never got to talk to her before. I'm gonna help you become one of the greatest painters. Soon, you won't even need to go to school anymore. I sure hope you're right. I didn't know you were an artist, Layla. No one ever said anything. Nobody really knows me at all, really. I think I'm only popular because of how I look, but I don't have any real friends. Layla and I spent an hour painting and talking, and Layla was right. She wasn't like most popular girls at all. In fact, she was a little weird. One time, I decided to paint my entire face green just to see what it would look like. All right then, so I guess we're done for today? Actually, I wanted to ask you something. My parents are on vacation for like 6 months, so I'm all alone in my house. Can I stay at your place? I'll help out around the house and give you triple the art lessons. Triple the art lessons? I was gonna make sure Layla could live with us. Oh, for sure. I just gotta talk to my grandma. But my parents happen to be in the same room as Grandma, and they wouldn't have it. Some stranger living in our home? Are you crazy?
Might as well invite a robber to live with us.
You guys are so unfair. She said she's gonna give me triple the art lessons. Grandma, tell my parents to stop being jerks.
Miriam's right. You two are heartless people. Not letting a friend of Miriam's into our home. Not letting her follow her dreams. You should be ashamed of yourselves.
I knew then Layla was gonna stay with us for as long as I wanted her to. But as time passed, I didn't just do art with Layla. I also talked to her for hours. Miriam, how come your grandma's such a bully? She's a bully to everyone, but not to me. Don't you worry one day she'll bully you too? No, Grandma loves me. You know, you're kinda naive, Miriam. Sort of like a kid. I am not. No, it's a good thing. I wish I was more like that. Layla said the most confusing things, but I loved every moment I spent with her. Even at school, being with Layla was an adventure. She would do the weirdest things. Miriam, come with us to the boys' bathroom. We're gonna tape anonymous love letters on the wall. Are you crazy? Why? 'Cause it'll drive them crazy. When no one was looking, Layla leaned over to me and whispered, "Consider this your most important art lesson. How to win over the boy you love. But I don't like any boys. Or maybe boys don't like you. You're too... I don't know what the word is. What's that supposed to mean? I don't know. Boys just maybe aren't into you. Like I said, you're kinda young for your age." Layla taped her anonymous love letter to the wall and left me inside the boys' bathroom. I was mad after Layla said that. I even refused to talk to her after school. Come on, Miriam, don't be so sensitive. I didn't mean anything by it. You insulted me. Maybe you are just another mean, popular girl. I'm sorry, you're right. Sometimes I say stupid things. Sometimes I think there's something wrong with me. What do you mean? Layla didn't answer. Instead, she took me to this gorgeous hiking trail to paint. I forgot all about our conversation. Layla, when will I be the world's best painter and be able to quit school? It doesn't work like that, silly. I was kidding when I said that. Maybe you'll never be a great painter. You don't think I'll ever be a great painter? I don't know, really. But did you know that you're the best student I ever had? Maybe you won't be a famous painter, but you'll be a famous something. Why was Layla always speaking in these weird riddles? And even though she was a mystery, I felt closer to Layla than I'd ever felt to anyone. Then, 10 months later, Grandma started picking on Layla one day. It was totally out of the blue at dinner time. "Dear, I assume your parents are successful painters?" No, ma'am. It's just me who likes to paint. My parents are doctors. But like I said, now they're on vacation. On vacation for almost a year? And you haven't displayed your paintings in galleries, started a business, and made something of yourself? Ma'am, I'm only 17. By the time I was 17, I was already starting my own startup. You're a freeloader is what you are. Grandma? Excuse me, but I think I'll go to my room now. I watched Layla get up from the table as her eyes filled with tears. Why was Grandma being so cruel all of a sudden? I was used to her bullying my parents, but Layla? I could barely stand it. I jumped up to follow Layla. Layla, wait! Don't take what Grandma said to heart. I told you, she can be mean sometimes. Your grandma's right, Miriam. I have to tell you something. What is it? I lied before. My parents aren't on a trip. The truth is, I'm homeless. After my parents died, I tried going to an orphanage, but they didn't take care of me, so I ran away and started stealing food and clothes. Then I got caught and got arrested. No foster parents want a girl with a criminal record. I've been living on the streets. So far, I've been able to keep it a secret at our school, but I'm worried one day they'll find out. Oh, Layla, I had no idea. Listen, If I tell Grandma about your situation, she'll understand. She always agrees with whatever I say, no matter what. But when I told Grandma Layla's story, her face turned white with anger. She looked like a statue.
I want her out of my house, Miriam. I can't believe I ever agreed to let a filthy child criminal into my home. She leaves today, and I'm calling the police.
Grandma, you can't do that. It wasn't her fault. I want her to stay here and teach me art. She's the bestest friend I've ever had. And for the first time ever, Grandma turned her anger on me.
You don't know what you're saying, Miriam. You're just a silly child. Layla leaves my house today. Like it or not?
Then something inside me burst. Grandma, I've had enough of your cruelty. You bully everyone around you, and I'm sick of it. You have no idea what Layla's gone through, and you have no idea what she means to me. Without waiting a split second, I ran back to my bedroom to find Layla, but she wasn't there. Where had she gone? All of a sudden, I saw Layla outside the window with a backpack. She was walking farther and farther away from our house. I dashed outside. Layla, where are you going? Layla just ignored me and kept walking. I ran up to her and grabbed her arm. Layla, please don't leave. You were right about Grandma. She is a bully, and I finally stood up to her. I don't care about what she wants. I care about you. Miriam, I think you better forget about me. It's for the best. What do you mean? I could never forget about you. You're not my family, Miriam. I don't have any family. Nobody loves me. I'm just your art teacher. That's all I ever was. Before I could say another word, Layla left. I tried chasing her. I never knew someone could run so fast. But after miles of sprinting, I collapsed on the ground and I burst into tears. I didn't get home until midnight. Grandma and my parents stood in the living room next to our giant, fancy fireplace. Grandma's eyes looked like they were on fire.
You spoiled, awful child. Yelling at me and then vanishing out into the night? I should have you locked up in jail. Okay, let's go easy.
She made a mistake. She's still your sweet Miriam, isn't she?
She was my sweet Miriam. That was before she became friends with a dirty, homeless, and spoke back to me. And if she keeps painting, she'll be a dirty, homeless too.
I don't care what you say, Grandma. I am going to keep painting, even if I do end up poor.
Why don't you show me a few of your paintings then,
I will. I'm really good. In my room, I grabbed every painting of mine I could find. Grandma was going to see. Here, look at how many paintings I've done. And you know what? I'm proud of them.
Wow, honey, we didn't know you did that many.
They look beautiful.
Oh, darling, let me see.
Then suddenly, Grandma tossed my paintings into our giant fireplace. No!
Mom, how could you?
I threw myself on the floor and cried harder than ever. My beautiful paintings were gone, and Layla was gone. That's it. That was the last straw.
We're moving out of your mansion. We're tired of your cruelty. That's the silliest thing I've ever heard. You can't live without my fancy riches.
But the very next week, my parents and I packed up our stuff and moved into a new place. It was smaller, and it didn't have a tennis court. And I still couldn't stop thinking about Layla and where she could be. Then one day, I found a letter taped to my window. It was signed with Layla's name. Meet me at our hiking trail. I took the very next bus to our trail and tried calling Layla's name, but there was no answer. Then suddenly, who should I see but Grandma? Grandma, what on earth are you doing here? Darling, I wrote the note taped to your window. I was afraid you wouldn't come to meet me otherwise, and I remembered this was your favorite place to come with Layla. You mean Layla isn't here? I don't want to talk to you. I want to talk to her. Sweetie, I'll do anything to help you find her. But first, I want to apologize for being so awful to you and burning your paintings. I love you, sweetheart. Grandma started to cry and came over to hug me. I've been a bully your whole life, to your parents and now to you. After I saw your face when I burned your paintings, I realized I wanted to change. I love you, Miriam. I love you too, Grandma, but it's gonna take me some time to forgive you. I understand. I don't expect you to ever forgive me, but know that I'm here, and my house is always open to you. And if you do ever find Layla again, you both can move back in with me. I'll adopt her. Grandma left at that moment, and I stood in the middle of the hiking trail. And then suddenly, I saw Layla sitting on top of a rock. Layla! But as soon as Layla saw me, she started to run up the hiking trail. I chased her as fast as I could, but she was just running and climbing higher. Please, wait up! Go away, Miriam! Layla, please, don't run away from me. I raced up the hiking trail and tried to catch up with Layla, but she was so far ahead of me, I couldn't even see her. Suddenly, I heard a loud cry from above. I looked up to see Layla stuck between two rocks. She looked like she was ready to fall. Please, someone help me! Layla, I'm here, hang on! I rushed to Layla as fast as I could and tried to pull her up, but she wouldn't budge. My hand is slipping. Do something! I grabbed Layla with all my might, and she was finally free. Layla and I fell on top of each other and started laughing. But suddenly, Layla looked at me. Miriam, you're all scratched up. It's fine, Layla, I don't care. What matters to me is that you're okay. I couldn't live without you. Really? I mean that much to you? Yes. You're the most amazing friend and teacher I've ever had. I used to be so bratty and babyish. I had my grandma to run my whole life. But you've changed me. Even though we're not related by blood, you are my family. Do you really mean that? Yes. Layla, I talked to my grandma. She apologized for everything. And she said if I ever found you, she'd adopt you. Oh, Miriam. That's the best news I've ever heard. We'll paint up here every day. I'll teach you everything. We will, even if we're never famous. I'll always keep painting with you. I love you, Layla. I love you too. In 1890, Clarissa was sipping tea at a garden party when suddenly a dog came running out of the bushes and tripped her. She fell flat on her back and screamed. Everyone rushed her inside quickly because Clarissa was heavily pregnant. An hour later, she gave birth to an adorable little girl. And that was me. Hi, I'm Agatha Christie, and this is my extraordinary story. Growing up, Mom and Dad spoiled me rotten because I was the youngest. But they were so overprotective, they wouldn't even let me go play in the park. You'll get lost, sweetums. But I want to see the ducks by the pond.
Nasty ducks can bite your tiny fingers. Best to stay by our side.
But there were no schools or kids my age in the neighborhood, and my parents wouldn't teach me how to read.
You'll hurt your eyes, love. We'll teach you when you're a little older.
Like when I'm 5?
How about 8?
I hated waiting, so I began teaching myself. I started reading when I was 4, and by the time I was 8, I had finished Alice in Wonderland. And I loved telling stories just as much. I didn't have any real friends, but my imaginary ones heard many of the tales I made up. I even had a poem published in the local newspaper when I was just 11. Life was good, but then everything suddenly changed. Dad fell ill and passed away, and a year later, my sister got married and my brother moved overseas. It was just me and my mom in our big house, and money was running out. I eventually wanted to get a job, but Mom refused.
You're a lady, Agatha. We don't take jobs. We get husbands who provide for us.
I'm 15, and waiting for a husband sounds stupid.
You're a gentleman's daughter, love, and you can only make money by marrying well.
Mom sent me off to boarding school in Paris to learn music, and I thought this was my chance to make money by becoming a professional opera singer or a pianist. But after 2 years, I gave up that goal because it was quite obvious I just didn't have the talent. I went back to find Mom looking weak, and it broke my heart that her life wasn't as good as before. One day we were out for a walk when we passed an antique shop, and Mom stopped to admire a beautiful pearl brooch. Should we ask the price, Mom?
Sweetheart, I already know we can't afford it. Come, let's go.
We'll be able to one day, I promise. I'm gonna get you that brooch. Soon after I turned 18, I came down with influenza, and the doctor strictly told me to stay in bed. Feeling bored and restless, I started writing again.
Agatha, these stories are brilliant. You should get these published.
I thought you didn't approve of working women.
I didn't know you could write this well. You have a real talent.
But every story got rejected, and I felt so frustrated. And Mom was still obsessed with getting me married. I agreed to go to a dance just to make her happy. I thought I looked cute till I got there. Every girl was dressed like royalty. Just then, a snobbish-looking girl walked up to me. "You, servant girl, why have you arrived so late? Go to the kitchen now and get more drinks for my friends." "Excuse me? Get them yourself." "How dare you speak to me like that? I'm Celeste Clearwater." Is that supposed to mean something to me? "I'm Agatha Miller, and it was not a pleasure to meet you." Before she could reply, all the girls around us gasped and rushed towards the entrance, and Celeste followed. They were all drooling over a man in uniform who'd just arrived, and well, I couldn't blame them. "Oh my goodness, Archie is handsomer than ever. Isn't he dashing? I heard he flies planes with his eyes closed."
Then he's not very good at it.
Everyone turned to stare at me, including Archie. I was burning red with embarrassment, but he actually smiled. He walked past Celeste and came straight towards me.
You're absolutely right. Now, let me guess your profession. Writer?
"I'm trying to be one. How did you know?"
You have ink stains on your fingers. No need to be embarrassed. You're the first interesting person I've met at this dull party. So, tell me all about your writing.
Over the next few weeks, Archie swept me off my feet. He was funny and charming, and he supported my passion. And 3 months later, we were engaged. But soon after, World War I broke out all over Europe, and Archie was called to the front. I was a nervous wreck worrying about him, and I decided I had to keep myself busy. So I joined the Red Cross. Caring for injured soldiers made me feel useful, and even helped inspire ideas for writing. One Belgian officer in particular caught my attention. He had a head shaped like an egg and a magnificent walrus mustache. I could just picture him being the perfect detective in my stories, solving the hardest crimes. One day, I was carrying a pile of supplies when I accidentally spilled some water. A nurse came in at that moment, and before I could warn her, she slipped and fell hard on her butt. It was Celeste. You did that on purpose. It was obviously an accident. And what are you doing here anyway? Won't working with the poor ruin your nails? And let you grab all the cute single officers? I don't think so. I'm engaged. Yes, I read about it in the papers. Trust me, it's not gonna last. Archie will come to his senses soon. Celeste, I believe you're suffering from jealousy, and I have just the cure for it. 20 cc's of penicillin in your butt. But Celeste was determined to make my life miserable. She spent all her time trying to get me fired instead of doing her actual job. She even started a nasty rumor about me. Agatha has a dirty past. She went to France when she was 15 because she got pregnant by some chimney sweep. So shameful. That's a dirty lie. I went to boarding school. And who will people believe? Me or a poor girl like you? Does Archie know about your past? I don't think he'll care anyway. I bet he's already found some beautiful European heiress. And he won't be coming back to you. You know what? Let's write to him and find out. I'll write to him right now. Dear Archie. No, that's too dry. My shining North Star, though I indubitably trust you, a girl who claims to care for me deeply has warned me of your feckless heart. Although the girl in question is of limited intelligence, they do say mad, crazy lunatics can say some wise, deep things. What do you think, Celeste? Too flowery? But Celeste looked crazy with jealousy. She charged at me, but the head nurse came in just then and caught her red-handed. Celeste was fired for her outburst and all the mistakes she'd made at work. But her words made me worry even more. I hadn't heard from Archie in weeks, and checking the casualty lists was driving me insane. One foggy night, I was walking back home from work when I suddenly felt like I was being followed. Just as I was about to make a run for it, the figure caught me by my wrist, and I turned around and gasped, "Archie! Oh my God, it's really you? Why didn't you reply to my letters or tell me you were coming?"
We don't always get our letters, love. And this was meant to be a surprise. Aren't you happy to see me?
Of course I am. I was so worried something had happened to you, or maybe you'd found someone else.
What a silly idea. There's no one like you, Agatha. And I won't go back before I marry you and make you mine.
And he kissed me deeply, and I felt like I was flying. We got married on Christmas Eve, and it was one of the happiest days of my life. Archie went back to the front, and I finally finished my novel. I sent it to every publisher I could think of, but it kept getting rejected. I was heavily pregnant and miserable. I was reading the newspaper one day, and seeing the list of bestseller books just made me angrier because all I had was a pile of rejection letters. I suddenly swept away a vase on the table and it went crashing to the floor. A few minutes later, I bent down to pick up the mess when suddenly I felt a sharp pain through my body. The baby was coming. I gave birth to a beautiful girl, Rosalind, and she changed my life. I was so busy being a mother that I completely forgot about writing. Till one day, I was busy trying to wrestle Rosalind in the bath when there was a knock at the door and I found a man outside. Whatever you're selling, I'm not buying.
I'm not selling anything, Mrs. Christie. I'm John Lane from Bodley Head. I wanted to buy the rights to your book to publish it.
I couldn't believe it. Life completely changed after my first book was published. It was a hit and money started pouring in. We were able to move to a better house, and on my next visit back home, I bought that antique pearl brooch Mom had once admired in the shop window. I kept writing novels like crazy, and my books were getting rave reviews. Everywhere I went, people wanted me to sign their copies.
Excuse me, please tell us about your next book, Mrs. Christie. I don't want to give any spoilers, but you'll be on the edge of your seat.
But slowly, my personal life was turning into a mess.
Agatha, you got ink stains all over my handkerchiefs.
It was an accident. I'll have them washed.
Of course. The famous Agatha Christie can't be bothered to take care of the house or her daughter. She has a maid for all of that.
Why are you being so mean? You loved this about me. You said you didn't want a dull wife.
You're hardly a wife to me at all these days.
We were fighting every day and things were getting worse. Till one day I got the most terrible news. Mom was really sick and I had to see her right away. But I was too late and I didn't get to say goodbye. Mom had been my biggest support and I was heartbroken. I was going through her things one day when Archie came downstairs looking serious, his bags packed.
I want a divorce. I'm in love with someone else and I want to marry her.
What? You're a heartless man, Archie. My mom just passed away and you want to humiliate me just because I'm more famous than you?
You love your fame more than anything. You have no one to blame but yourself.
And he just left. My mind refused to accept it. I was so upset. I packed my bags and went out for a drive. I didn't know where I was going. I just wanted to get away. And then I disappeared. When I opened my eyes, I was in a hotel room in Yorkshire and I had no idea how I'd gotten there. I saw some newspapers on the table and my jaw dropped in shock. My picture was plastered on the front pages with missing written on top. Apparently, the whole country had been looking for me for 11 days, trying to solve the mystery of my disappearance. But I had no memory of what had happened in all that time.
What is the last thing you remember, Mrs. Christie?
I remember being in my car and driving at night, and I was very upset. That's it. The doctor said I had a nervous breakdown that had washed my memory for those days. I was pale and weak, and many people thought I was faking my amnesia. I heard she did it to frame her poor husband for kidnapping. He left her, and who can blame him? I bet she was relaxing at some spa while the country spent so much money looking for her. Despicable. I was heartbroken, and my confidence was destroyed. I agreed to the divorce and decided to get away from everything. I hated leaving Rosalind behind with my sister, but I was too weak to take her along. I'm going to find the biggest candy in the world and bring it back for you.
Get well soon, Mommy. I love you.
I booked a ticket on the Orient Express and went in search of inspiration. I was in a hotel in Iraq waiting for the manager when someone dropped his bags on my toes. Ouch!
I am so sorry, Miss Christie. I was so shocked to see you here. My bags slipped from my hand. I'm such an idiot.
Maybe you shouldn't read my books. You'll be so shocked you'll hurt yourself or others. He laughed, and I noticed he was very handsome, but much younger than me. I looked away. I was done with love and men, but he seemed eager to get to know me. And I found out he was an archaeologist named Max Mallowan. He showed me around the country. One time, we were in the streets of Baghdad when we were surrounded by reporters.
Miss Christie, are you going to write a murder mystery in Iraq?
I'm on holiday, good folks, but I would love to write about your country someday.
And who is your companion? I'm not important. You should ask Miss Christie when her new book will be out. I hear her typewriter clicking away at night.
I was pleasantly surprised by how humble he was. Archie hated being less important than me, but Max shone more light on me. And slowly, I felt myself falling for him. But when we came back to the hotel, bad news was waiting for me. It's Rosalind, my daughter. She's seriously ill with pneumonia. I must leave right away. I felt my knees go weak, but Max quickly caught me.
I'll come with you.
I just couldn't lose Rosalind like my mother. I prayed we would make it back in time. But when we finally got to England, I was thrilled that Rosalind was out of danger. I spent the next few days entirely with Rosalind, but Max was always around to help with anything we needed. And one morning, I had a surprise waiting for me.
I never thought I'd find someone who fits me like a missing puzzle piece. Agatha, I want to marry you.
But you're 13 years younger than me, Max, and
I don't care about that. The more I know, the more I admire you. Say yes, and make me the happiest man alive.
I was speechless, but I knew I loved him too. So I said yes, and 6 months later, we were married, and I never regretted it. My life became a happy whirlwind of writing mysteries, archaeological digs, and spending time with my daughter. My works were translated into 100 languages and are still widely read today. My stories were so popular, the Queen called me to present me with damehood for my contribution and services to literature. I'm Agatha Christie, and I never gave up on my dreams, and neither should you. Hi, my name is May, and I live in Florida. My parents were both lawyers, so they were mostly away for work, and that left me alone with my little sister June. June was a little different from other kids because she didn't have an arm below her left elbow, but I never let her feel any less about herself because of that. Growing up, I made sure she was loved to bits, especially with my parents being away often. I took care of everything, from feeding her, bathing her, to taking her out for rides. But then once when she was 4, Mom took us to the shopping mall. While Mom was in the changing room, another woman with a little kid came there, and the kid started screaming when he saw June.
Freak! She's a freak! She's so scary, Mommy. She's gonna eat me just like she ate her arm.
OMG, this kid was frickin' crazy. I immediately tried to hush him so June wasn't scared, but then his mom went all bonkers on me.
How dare you lay a hand on him, you crazy girl! My baby is all scared.
That made me so mad.
That's enough, you ugly lady. There's nothing wrong with my sister, and you people should be the ones to leave because you're morons.
Mom rushed us out of there before I made a bigger scene, but June always looked sad after that incident, and that's when I had an idea. I asked Mom and Dad to get a prosthetic arm for June, and they agreed.
Oh, wow! This is so cool. Now I look just like you, May.
She hugged me tight, and I was the happiest to see her smile. Soon after, she joined her new school, but on the very first day, she came out crying when we went to pick her up. June, what's wrong? What happened?
The other kids, they laughed at my arm and made fun of me. I don't want to go back, ever.
It's okay. You can come with me to my school. We have a section for younger kids there. You'll be fine. I'll be there with you. Later, when we reached home, June said she didn't want anyone at the new school to know about her arm, so she was going to wear full-sleeved clothes and gloves all the time. But June, there's nothing wrong with you.
May, please, just keep this a secret. Promise you will.
And of course, I agreed. A few days later, when she joined my school, she looked quite happy after blending in with the kids just fine. And I made sure to check up on her once in a while. Grades passed by, and then, one day, as I was watching her from the window outside her class, I suddenly lost my balance and tripped, but someone caught me just in time. It was my senior, Matt. He was known in school for being a math genius. Thanks. I would have fallen so hard if it wasn't for you.
I wouldn't have let that happen. I'm Matt, and you don't look like a kid, so what are you doing in the junior section?
Oh, I was just keeping an eye on my little sister. I'm May from 10th grade, by the way.
Okay, May from 10th grade. Do you want to grab some lunch?
Whoa, that was sudden, but sure. We had lunch together, and I had a really great time talking with him. I was looking forward to it again. But the next day, a senior girl showed up instead of Matt and splashed a full cup of coffee in my face. You witch. This is your last warning. Stay away from my boyfriend or else. Are you crazy? And who's your boyfriend anyway?
Oh, don't act so innocent now. I know you're trying to steal Matt away, but I won't let that happen on my watch. Well, you're crazy to think that. We just had lunch once. I don't even know him that well. Oh, and you had lunch with him without knowing him, you witchy gold digger. Oh my God, she was a psycho. Before I could even reply, she jumped onto me. We both broke into a wild fight and ended up in a pile of food on the food counter. And we ended up in detention. But the very next day, I found June crying in the playground as Jessie and her friends were dumping all the things from her bag into the garbage bin. She was getting back at me by bullying my sister now? I marched up to her furiously and pulled her hair, and she turned around and attacked me. Luckily, the principal walked by just then, and when she found out what Jessie was doing, she suspended her for 3 weeks. When Matt heard about this, he came running to me and explained everything.
I'm so sorry about Jessie, May. We broke up months ago, but she just won't accept it.
I was just really happy to hear he wasn't dating that witch. I really enjoyed Matt's company, and he sure enjoyed mine. I even went to watch all his quiz competitions, and once after he won, he came running to me.
May from 10th grade, I really like you. Will you be my girlfriend?
OMG! Everyone stood there in shock, and I gasped as I said, "Yes, of course, Matt!" He picked me up in his arms, and we kissed like no one was watching. It felt like I was on cloud 9. I was so excited that I went straight to June to tell her. But just as we reached there, I saw June push someone to the ground. "June, what are you doing?" As soon as she saw me, she came running to me. "Oh, May, those mean girls were pushing me around, so I just pushed them back. You told me to be strong, right? Did I do something wrong?" "Oh, no, June. You stood up for yourself. I'm proud of you. But they're saying they'll report me to the principal. Am I in trouble?" "Oh, no, you're not. You just wait right here." I went straight to the kids and screamed, "If any of you says anything to my sister, I'm gonna toss you like juggling balls in the air. Got it?" The kids nodded in horror, and June and I high-fived as we left. And then I told her about Matt, and she had the best reaction. After that, Matt and I started hanging out together all the time. On my 15th birthday, Matt decided to throw me a huge party at his house, and I had so much fun there. We danced till our feet hurt, but by the time I reached home, it was pretty late. I saw June sleeping on the couch, and there was a cake on the table and balloons all over the walls. Then I gently woke her up. "Hey, sweetie, I'm so sorry it got so late." "May, you're back." And then she looked at the clock, all sad. "It's 12:45. Your birthday is over. Where were you? We always celebrated together." And she furiously walked away from me. I felt so terrible. I totally forgot she must be waiting to surprise me. So I decided to make it up to her. I planned a theme park trip for the 3 of us, and June was super excited about it. When we reached there, the first thing she wanted was ice cream, but the stall was really crowded. "Matt, just stay with her for a while I go get us some ice cream, okay?" He held her hand tight and nodded, but when I returned, I was shocked to see that June was lost and Matt was looking for her. "Matt, how could you be so careless? I told you."
She was right here holding my hand, and then she just slipped through. I don't know how.
"Forget it. Just help me look for her now." We looked for her for hours, and with each passing minute, I was getting crazy anxious. Then 3 hours later, I received a call on my phone, and it was June. She was calling from some phone booth. When we got there, we saw June covered in mud and crying like crazy. "Oh, May." "Oh my God, June, what happened? Who?" "After you left, some woman pulled me away. I called out to Matt so loud, but he didn't even notice. I don't know where she was taking me, but I escaped from the car when she stopped for fuel. I'm so scared, May. Please take me home." I turned to Matt. "I should have never trusted you with my sister. What was I even thinking?" Matt tried to explain, but I just took June's hand and stormed out of there. When we got home, I got June all cleaned up and even slept with her to make her feel safe. The next day when we went to school, June asked me to forgive Matt, first thing. "It wasn't his fault, you know. Let's look for him and make things up." June was right. Maybe I overreacted. We looked for him around the school, but then I found him kissing Jessie in the backyard. "Matt, you cheater! How could you?" His face turned white as a ghost.
May, I can explain. This isn't what it looks like.
Oh, it's exactly what it looks like.
Just shut up. And Matt,
We're done. I don't ever want to see your face again. He tried to run after me, but the witch Jessie stopped him, and honestly, I didn't care. June hugged me while I cried my heart out.
what a jerk. He doesn't deserve you, May. It's okay. I'm here for you. I'll always be here for you. Please don't cry.
The next few days were hard for me, but June tried her best to make me smile and even brought me hot chocolate in bed. She was the sweetest. But at school, Matt was trying to follow me again. So I just went into the girls' room and locked myself in a stall to escape. As I waited there, I suddenly heard familiar voices. June and Jessie?
Are you crazy? Why did you talk to me in front of everyone? May could have seen us.
I wanted to thank you, but I'm also really curious. Why did you help me? May's your sister, after all.
That's none of your business. You got what you wanted. Now just get lost and don't talk to me again.
And she just stormed out. I couldn't believe my ears. My own sister helped my boyfriend get back with his ex? But why? As I slammed the door open, Jessie looked shocked. You witch! You used my innocent sister to get my boyfriend? I pulled her by her collar, but she just pushed me aside and cackled like a witch.
Innocent? It was your sister's idea. Go on, ask her.
Like I'd believe her. But I had to ask June what was going on. I followed June around the hallway, and what I found shook me. I saw her snatch another kid's lunch and push her to the ground.
You dumbo. No lunch for you until you complete my homework.
Oh God, who was this girl? What are you doing, June? You pretended to be bullied in front of me, but you were the bully this entire time?
No, wait, I can explain.
I even heard you talking to Jessie in the bathroom. I heard everything. What's wrong with you? As I turned away from her, she held my hand and tried to stop me, but I just shook it away from her. As I did, her prosthetic arm detached and fell to the ground. Everyone around us gasped and started whispering, "Oh my God, look at her hand." Wow, the big bully is actually a big weirdo. Oh my God. I stepped forward to help June, but she just picked up her arm and ran away crying. I wanted to follow her, but I was also so furious. When I reached home and my anger calmed down, I went to check on her, but she wouldn't open the door. Ugh, she was so stubborn. The next day at school, I heard kids whispering about June, calling her a cyborg and a robot. OMG, I had to find June. I knew she wouldn't be taking it well. I looked for her in the classroom, but she wasn't there. And then, as I was passing by the gym, I heard her shout. I looked in to see Jessie and some of June's classmates tossing her prosthetic arm around and laughing.
Just wanted to check if the rumors were true.
You are a freak. Give that back before I kill you.
I'd like to see you try.
Before I could jump at her, someone held me back. It was Matt, and standing next to him was the gym teacher looking furious. He screamed at Jessie and the kids that he'd get them expelled and marched them straight to the principal's office. June, are you okay?
Oh, May, Matt, thank you for saving me. And I'm sorry, you guys, for everything.
I'm sorry too. It was because of me that the kids knew about your arm. But June, why did you bully them in the first place?
Because I was scared. After I was bullied at my previous school, I didn't want to be hurt again. So I had to be the bully, like the cool kids.
But June, that's wrong. These kids aren't even cool. They're evil. Look what they did to you. Also, you turned against me and Matt too. Why?
Because you were replacing me with Matt, so I just wanted to get rid of him.
At the theme park, he didn't let go of me. I ran away, and I asked Jessie to kiss him.
I just wanted you to break up with him and love me.
Oh, June, of course I love you. You're my little sister. Nobody can ever replace you. But I love Matt too, and you have to understand that.
I do now, and I'm sorry for everything. Please forgive me.
Suddenly, Matt looked at me, and we hugged her together. We forgive you. Hello, friends. I'm Aria from Chicago. Before I tell you my incredible story, please like and subscribe. I know everyone thinks their dads are strong, but I knew for a fact that mine was the strongest. He was an Army major, and I was super proud of him. But because of his job, he was gone for months. Mom left us when I was a baby, so Grandma took care of me in Dad's absence. But when I was in 7th grade, he gave me the best news ever. He was getting remarried and I was getting a new mom and a sister. Dad got me the most gorgeous pink dress for his wedding, and everyone couldn't stop gushing about how pretty I looked. Until my stepsister Jenny crashed into me and spilled her orange juice all over my hair and clothes.
I'm so sorry. There was a bee chasing me. It's okay. The wedding's over anyway.
My stepmom doted on me, and Jenny, well, she was also pretty awesome. But sometimes she went overboard with her kindness.
Aria, I made these napkins for you with my own hands.
That would have been cute if Jenny hadn't made that out of the dress I wore on our parents' wedding day. Once, Jenny and I were playing in a nearby park, and after a few hours, we felt hungry. So Jenny went home to fetch something to eat. Suddenly, I heard her screaming, so I ran to her and found one of our neighbors holding her by her collar.
What are you doing, Mrs. Sparkley?
I caught this little thief trying to break into your home. She was crawling through the kitchen window.
That's because I forgot the key and no one's home. Yeah, she's not a thief. She's my sister.
Your sister? I'm sorry, honey. You're so pretty. You both don't look related at all. It was true that Jenny and I looked different, but the way Mrs. Sparkley said that made me feel bad. And Jenny looked ready to explode.
And you look like you're related to a family of pigs. Here, eat some dirt.
Jenny grabbed a fistful of mud, threw it on Mrs. Sparkley's face, and ran away. Dad had to face the anger of a furious Mrs. Sparkley for an hour that evening. Soon, Jenny joined my school, and I was glad to introduce her to my friends. But I noticed that she tried to copy me in everything. We ended up buying the same clothes. She joined the school's drama club like me, and she even brought pasta to school every day like me, even though she hated it. Then one day, I got to know she wanted to play the role I was auditioning for in the school play, so I simply stepped back to give her the chance. And she did manage to land the role. When we got home, she happily broke the news to Mom and Dad. But just then, Dad got a call, and when he hung up, he cried with joy.
It was your drama teacher. Some casting director watched your recent play, and he wants to cast you in an upcoming teen movie.
I was ecstatic. Dad said he'd take us all to dinner at a fancy restaurant to celebrate. But that night, Jenny got a bad headache, and Mom had to stay back to take care of her. After that day, I started getting popular in school. Everyone suddenly wanted to hang out with me, but I felt Jenny slowly growing distant. She no longer wanted to play with me at home, and at school, she'd often say awful things to embarrass me.
Did you guys know that Aria ate her bookers when she was little? Ew! And she loves smelling her socks after a sweaty gym session.
Whenever I told Mom about it, Jenny started crying like a baby and said she was just having some harmless fun. 6 months passed, and one day, Dad got a call that he and his team had to leave for Afghanistan immediately. A couple of days after Dad left, we got the most terrible news. Dad and a few of his teammates had gone missing. I was devastated, but Mom and Jenny acted like everything was normal. It was Jenny's birthday in a week, and both of them were busy planning for the party.
Aria, should I get a Barbie cake or a unicorn cake?
How can you even think about celebrating when there's still no news about Dad?
It's my 13th birthday. I can't let anyone ruin it. Besides, who knows if he'll ever be found?
That made me so angry, I gave Jenny a tight slap. She pounced on me and we fought like wildcats until Mom pulled us apart. When she heard what happened, she grounded me for a week. But when the party was in full swing, I may have sneaked into the kitchen and sprinkled some extra pepper in the food and poured a bottle of vinegar into the lemonade.
Mom, I feel like I ate the sun. Get me some lemonade, quick. What did you mix in it? It tastes like pee. Ugh.
The party was ruined, and obviously, it didn't take long for Mom and Jenny to figure out who was responsible for it. Your daddy spoiled you way too much, Aria. But now it's time to knock some sense into that pretty little head of yours. Mom placed a mop bucket in front of me and asked me to clean the kitchen. Just then, I saw Jenny walk out of my room with all my favorite dresses.
Since you didn't get me a birthday cake, I'm taking these.
Oh, and I also like the headband you're wearing. Jenny snatched it from my head and put it on hers, and Mom didn't say a word. 2 years passed, and there was still no news of Dad or his teammates. But I never lost hope. Several acting offers poured in after my movie stint, but I refused them all since I was more interested in studying and topping my grades. Besides, I knew if I got more popular, Jenny would resent it and find ways to make my life miserable. When I reached the 10th grade, a new girl named Cheryl joined our class mid-session. Our teacher made her sit with me so that I could help her catch up on the work she'd missed. But soon, I noticed something really weird about her. She didn't smile or laugh at all. Do you know what happens when an elephant feels dizzy? It elephants! What's a cow's favorite holiday? New Year's Eve! Soon, the whole class was gossiping about how weird Cheryl was. Someone even started a rumor that she was a robot. Then one day, I entered the classroom and saw Jenny's minions had pinned Cheryl to a wall and Jenny was tickling her. Why can't you laugh? Are you really a robot? Stop it. Leave her alone. I will, when she smiles. I'm sure Cheryl doesn't want to waste her smile on a moron like you. Just then, our teacher entered and everyone went back to their seats. After that incident, Cheryl and I grew super close. She told me that she had a rare condition called Mobius syndrome that made it impossible for her to have any facial expressions. The kids at my previous school kept bullying me, so I begged Mom to shift me to a new one. But I guess I'll always be a weirdo. Cheryl, you're perfect just the way you are. I'm gonna make sure no one makes you feel otherwise. I asked our teacher if Cheryl and I could organize workshops to educate kids about Mobius syndrome, and she gladly agreed. Our workshops were a great success. Every kid who attended told Cheryl how brave she was for talking about her condition, including our school's most popular jock, Chris.
You're awesome, Cheryl. Just the way you are.
OMG, did Chris just call me awesome? Pinch me, Aria, so I know it's not a dream. Even our principal praised us and told me it was heartwarming to see the efforts I'd put in to help Cheryl. A few days later, we had a debate competition in which both Cheryl and I participated. When the results were announced, I stood first and Cheryl stood second. We both hugged each other, but just then, Cheryl's mom marched up on stage and started yelling at her.
You always stood first in your previous school. What happened to you? Why have you suddenly turned stupid?
But she came in second, and that's pretty awesome too. You should be happy for her.
Of course you'd say that since you bagged the top spot. Cheryl, this girl's your competition. You need to stay careful.
Whatever did that mean? After that day, Cheryl and I participated in a few more competitions, all of which I won while she stood second or third. She didn't seem to mind, but I knew her mom was giving her a tough time for it. She thinks I was better off in my previous school. But doesn't she care about all the bullying you faced? She says because of my condition, it's something I have to learn to live with. And here I thought my stepmom was a witch. Months passed, and soon it was time for prom night. Cheryl had a massive crush on Chris since our workshop days, and she felt he liked her too. I think he's gonna ask me out for prom. I'm so excited. I've already decided what I'm gonna wear. Just then, I saw Chris heading towards us. But instead of asking Cheryl, he asked me out. I felt awful, and obviously, I politely turned him down. Why did you do that? The way he was looking at you, I think he really likes you. You're so lucky, Arya. Everyone likes you. Oh, I have my share of haters too. Besides, how can I go out with a boy my best friend has a crush on? Remember? Sisters before misters? Later that day, our science teacher had asked us to prepare a project and told us the best one would get a scholarship opportunity at a prestigious university in New York. I need to win this one. I'm pretty sure my stepmom wouldn't spend a single penny on my college education. And if I win this competition, Mom would finally stop breathing down my neck. No matter which of us wins, a pizza party with lots of ice cream is guaranteed. For the next few days, Cheryl and I got busy with our projects. When we brought them to school on the submission day, I was surprised to see how amazing her project was. This looks so incredible. I'm sure you're winning this time. You really think so? I spent the last 3 nights working on it. Just then, it was announced that we had to keep our projects in the auditorium for the teachers to review. After placing my project next to Cheryl's, I was about to leave when a hand roughly turned me around. How dare you agree to go out with Chris? I asked him out for prom night, but he told me he was taking you. What the fudge? First Cheryl and now Jenny? Did the entire school have a crush on that guy? I have no idea why he said that. He did ask me out, but I refused. You lying witch. Suddenly, Jenny pushed me hard and I landed straight on Cheryl's project. Oh God, Jenny, what did you do? I frantically tried saving Cheryl's project, but just then I saw her walk in. What's taking you so long, Arya? My project! I'm sorry, Cheryl. It was an accident. Stop lying, Arya. I just saw you ruin this project. I tried to stop her, Cheryl, but she said she had to win this competition at all costs. I was shocked at how evil Jenny could be. I was about to slap her, but Cheryl caught my hand midair, and my heart broke to see the distrust in her eyes. I can't believe you'd stoop so low to win a competition. I should have believed my mom. All you ever cared about was winning. Our friendship never meant anything to you. That's not true. I tried to stop Cheryl, but she ran away with tears in her eyes as Jenny smirked at me. I was summoned to the principal's office, but given my spotless track record, I was let off after a stern lecture. After that day, Cheryl refused to talk to me and started hanging out with Jenny instead. Watching those two together made my blood boil, and I couldn't concentrate on my studies. For the first time, I got a C in science, my favorite subject. My home life was already a mess, and whatever little happiness I found in school was being destroyed by Jenny. On prom night, I was in my bed watching my favorite MSA videos when Jenny barged into my room, dressed like a wannabe model. How does it feel to be a loser, Aria? Sitting all alone on prom night in your tacky clothes. Why do you hate me so much? What have I ever done to you? Remember Mom's wedding day? I was the flower girl, yet everyone kept talking about how pretty you looked. And then I bagged that play, but you got chosen for a movie. You've always tried to one-up me.
Aria's so pretty. Aria's a genius. Aria, Aria, Aria.
I didn't do it intentionally. And is it really my fault that I'm good at what I do? No, but do you have any idea how that makes me feel? So technically, I should have stopped my growth just because you weren't growing at the same pace? You know what, Jenny? I am not responsible for your insecurities, and I am so done with you. The moment she left, I called Chris and told him I was ready to go to prom with him if he was still interested. He gladly agreed, and when I arrived at the party on Chris's arm, I could see Jenny's jaw drop to the floor. And then she looked angrier than a raging bull and came charging at me. But before she could reach me, someone stepped in between us. Don't you dare mess with my best friend. Cheryl? You said you wouldn't be attending the prom. Well, guess what? I changed my mind, and I am so glad that I did. How else would I have gotten the chance to hear you bragging to your friends about how you lied to ruin things between me and Aria? Jenny looked stunned for a moment. Then she tried to attack Cheryl, but before she could, a crowd of angry girls picked her up and threw her out. Cheryl apologized to me a lot, and I decided to give her another chance. Later that night, when Chris dropped me home, I opened the main door, but right then, a bag came flying at me. Thankfully, I dodged it just in time. How dare you think I'll let you into this house after what you did to Jenny? Stealing the boy she likes? Humiliating her at prom? Take your bag and get lost. Go scrub someone else's toilets now. No one talks to my daughter like that. It was Dad! I was thrilled to see him and ran straight into his arms. He'd listened to every word of what Mom said, and he was furious. Dad asked me if this is how I'd been treated in his absence, and he immediately sent Mom and Jenny packing. Dad then told me he'd been captured by the enemy and held hostage for 2 years. But then the government struck a deal with them and they released him. I missed you so much, Dad. I missed you more, sweetheart. As Dad pulled me in for a hug, I knew my life would be perfect again. Looking into the sun is really painful to the eyes. But you know what's even more painful? Seeing cheerleaders posing and pouting in front of jocks. I just wanted to study in the gym, but I forgot there was an audition for the muse of this year's football game. Suddenly, I sneezed, and everyone turned to me. Dude, there she is. Even the way she sneezed is so pretty. I think we found our muse. She's gonna be perfect for the team. The biggest brat in the universe, Candace, had a violent reaction.
Excuse me, are you guys blind? This peasant is not even a cheerleader, and look at her messy hair and cheap clothes.
But the point is, she's still the prettiest. Candace looked at me with murder in her eyes, and it was my signal to run. But she ran after me and pulled me by my shirt.
You're just our stupid maid's daughter. Always remember that.
I reached for her arm and twisted it away. At least I'm prettier than you. Always remember that. And I flipped my hair and ran again. I knew I was going to pay for saying that, but it was worth it. Hi, my name is Stellar, and I just wanted to have a peaceful life with my mom. But it's impossible if you live with billionaire brats from hell. Before I continue, please like and subscribe. Mom had been working for a super rich lady, Mrs. Branson, since I was a kid. In return, she gave us a cottage next to the mansion and paid for my tuition at a private school. She might sound like a generous lady, but she actually did all of this because no maid could put up with her besides Mom. She was mean and rude, and I hated her to the core. She had twins my age, Candace and Julian, and they were as bad as their mom. Thankfully, Julian had left for boarding school 7 years ago, but I still had Candace to deal with. Candace had always been jealous of me because I was prettier and smarter than her. And because of what happened in the gym yesterday, she forced me to do all her homework. One night while I was studying, I heard loud voices outside. I wanted to check what it was and saw Mrs. Branson yelling at Mom in front of her guests.
How dare you serve us with silver utensils? Where are the gold ones? Did you steal them?
She made us feel poor for a second, Mom. It was traumatizing. As Mom was apologizing nonstop, Mrs. Branson just kept on humiliating her in front of everyone. I so wanted to punch her fake lips, but Mom gave me a look to behave. I didn't do anything then, but the next day I sneaked into the kitchen and sprinkled the hottest chili powder in the world onto their soup. A few minutes later, I was grinning from the balcony as both witches ran around the mansion with burning tongues. I felt so pleased with myself, but Mom was furious.
Mrs. Branson fired the cook because of what you did.
I have no idea what you're talking about, Mom.
I know it was you.
How many times do I have to tell you to stay out of trouble? But those two are just horrible. We have to put up with them at least until you graduate high school. There are just a few months left. Please.
Ugh, fine.
But a few days later, Mom fell down the stairs and broke her ankle. She couldn't walk for some months, so I had to take her place, which only made Candace happier because she could boss me around even more. She made me do the stupidest tasks, like painting hearts on her nails and braiding her boyfriend's long hair. And when Mrs. Branson informed me that Julian was coming back, I just knew that things were about to get worse. After cleaning up his room, I felt so exhausted that I sat down on his couch to rest for 5 minutes, and I dozed off. When I woke up, I saw a guy with the most beautiful green eyes staring right at me. Was I dreaming? He looked so majestic.
Hello, buttface. Did you miss me?
Buttface? That's what Julian used to call me. Oh, you're here. Sorry, I got so tired that I fell asleep.
Seems like you were having a very interesting dream. Was it about me?
Yeah, I dreamed that I was punching your liver.
Still feisty as ever. Why are you in a maid's uniform? Where's your mom?
She had a small accident, so I'm replacing her, temporarily. Now, if you'll excuse me, I still have a lot to do. Later that night, as I was serving their dinner, I noticed Julian's eyes following me everywhere. He even purposefully brushed his hand against mine. What was up with this jerk? And why had he turned out so fine? One night, I saw Mrs. Branson throwing out one of her branded bags in the trash just because it had a small stain. After making sure that everyone was asleep, I sneaked out and took it. But when I told Mom, she got so scared.
What if she finds out that you stole it?
You know that woman. She'll make our lives hell. Technically, I didn't steal it because she'd already thrown it out. If the bag was alive, I'm sure it would prefer to be in the hands of a cute owner instead of rotting in the garbage, right? I will never win against you. Exactly. The next day at school, we were in the middle of an exam when suddenly the girls started squealing. We all turned to the door to see Julian peeking with a smile. What was he doing here? Suddenly, he waved at me and blew me a kiss. My tummy did a weird flip. As soon as he left, Candace elbowed me in the ribs. My brother's just fooling around, so stop dreaming. You're not his type. Oh, trust me, he's not my type either. It didn't matter even if he was. I had to stay away from him because being involved with Julian meant trouble. One day, while he was working out in the living room, he suddenly called for me.
Do you think my muscles look hard enough, or should I work out more?
To be honest, they were a work of art, but there was no way I'd tell him that. I think you should get a life, sir. He just grinned at me and laid down on his back. He then asked me to hold down his feet and started doing crunches. I held my breath when I realized how close our lips were when he sat up. He was definitely doing this on purpose. Excuse me, but are you flirting with me?
Am I that obvious?
If you think you can add me to your list of girlfriends, you're mistaken.
You're really amusing.
Too bad you lost those chubby cheeks. I can't call you buttface anymore. Should I call you sweet face now?
Wow, that is so cringy. What school did you go to? Wattpad High? He just chuckled and reached for my cheeks to pinch them.
You're so cute, especially when you blush.
It's a blush of hatred. Anyway, I still have a mountain of laundry to do, so bye. I left before things could get weirder. I did my best to avoid him at school, but he was always doing silly things to grab my attention. And one of my friends suddenly started pestering me. Hey girl, I saw that hottie from the other class flirting with you yesterday. Are you guys like a thing? Ew, yuck, no. I don't date players. Okay, that's amazing. Maybe I'll ask him out then. I suddenly found myself grabbing her by her hair. Don't even think about it. My friend was totally surprised by my behavior, and so was I. I realized that I was actually having a crush on Julian, but I would never admit it, ever. A week later, Mrs. Branson hosted a grand New Year's Eve party at the mansion, and I helped the kitchen staff serve the food. I couldn't help noticing Julian staring at me the whole evening. It made me feel excited for some reason. While I was washing the dishes, someone suddenly breathed down my neck.
Wanna get out of here?
Your mom's gonna kill me.
So you're scared? Where's that fearless little girl who used to kick my butt?
And I was sold. We sneaked out and slipped into a sports car. Where are we going?
Wherever fate is taking us.
I was so confused when he brought me to a grass field. Why are we here exactly?
You'll have to wait for it.
As we sat on the car's hood and waited for whatever it was, we started talking. Why do you like racing so much? It's too dangerous.
Racing makes me feel like I'm flying, like I'm alive and free. How about you? Do you still want to become a nurse?
Of course. Remember when you stole my stethoscope when we were kids?
It was just so cute how you ran around and listened to random people's heartbeats and tummies. Oh, look, there it is.
Suddenly, the night sky was filled with the most spectacular fireworks.
I remember you wanted to see those New Year's fireworks so badly once when we were kids, but you missed it because Candace and I locked you up in a bathroom.
Yep, you both are horrible creatures.
I'm sorry about that. I was a dumb kid.
I felt butterflies as we watched the fireworks in silence. I closed my eyes and just enjoyed the colors behind my eyes. When I opened them again, I saw him staring at me. He was leaning in closer when suddenly my phone started to ring. It was Mrs. Branson. Your mom is calling. We need to go back. Can we make it in 10?
Try me.
He winked at me before stepping on the pedal, and the next thing I knew, I was screaming as he drove like a maniac. The party wasn't over yet when we got back home. As we sneaked in from the back, we suddenly saw Mrs. Branson walking towards us. Just then, Julian pushed me down to my knees.
Why can't you find it? Are you blind?
I immediately got what he meant, so I started crawling around pretending to find something.
Stellar, I've been looking for you. What are you doing here? I dropped my ring, Mom, and I'm asking her to look for it.
Mrs. Branson seemed to believe us. I was so relieved. But later that night, as I was clearing the mess, I almost fell back in fright to see her standing behind me.
Do you really think that I have no idea what you're up to?
I don't know what you're talking about, ma'am.
Stop with your acting, Stellar. And don't forget your place in this house. You're a maid, just like your mom, and that's all you'll ever be. Stay away from my son.
I'd already expected this to happen, and I started avoiding Julian as much as possible. I couldn't afford to get us thrown out while Mom was unwell, but it was hard, especially when I found out Julian had fallen really sick. After making sure that Mom was asleep, I sneaked into the mansion and into his room one night. He seemed to be having a really high fever, and he looked so vulnerable as he slept. I stayed by his side for hours, but just as I was about to leave, he suddenly pulled me down towards him and kissed me. I got lost for a few seconds, but then I quickly pulled away. That was a mistake. I shouldn't even be here.
It's not a mistake. I really like you, Stellar, and I hope you feel the same.
Stop liking me, Julian. We won't work out. I'm not the girl for you. I won't fit into your world, and your family will never approve of us.
Please stop thinking about other people. Just tell me how you feel.
I chose not to answer him and walked out, but I couldn't stop thinking about him. A few days later, Candace and her friends were having a pool party, and I went out to serve them drinks. I saw Julian was with them, and one of the girls was literally all over him. The sight made my blood boil.
I slammed down the tray and turned to Julian. "Excuse me, sir, but can you please come to the kitchen for a moment? I need to show you something." He looked confused and followed me. "What is it?" I grabbed a tray and tapped it on his head. "Stars. Can you see them?" "I can only see a jealous girl, but you're the one who told me we won't work, Stellar." "So that's it. Now you suddenly don't have feelings for me? You're just a player, Julian. One day you're kissing me, the next day you're flirting with some—" Just then, he gently pushed me against the wall and kissed me. And this time, I kissed him back. I couldn't stay away from him anymore, and we began dating in secret. We started sneaking out at night and driving around, and we had the best nights of our lives. But then one day, he looked at me seriously and said, "I'm tired of seeing you secretly, Stellar. I just want to let the world know that I'm dating an amazing girl like you. But I'm just a maid, and I'm sure it will be a huge problem with your family. I know it's not going to be easy, but I'll find a way. I just need you to trust me." "I do trust you." A week later, Julian's dad came back from abroad, and Mrs. Branson held a huge party for him. During the event, I looked around for Julian, but he seemed way too busy with his guests and didn't look my way once. I didn't think too much of it, until Mrs. Branson stepped on the grand staircase in the hall and asked for everyone's attention. "Since we're all gathered here tonight, I can't wait to share some amazing news. My son, Julian, and our business partner's daughter, Casey, are engaged. Cheers to the lovely couple." I stared at Julian in complete shock as he joined his mom, with the girl who'd been flirting with him by the pool. And he looked so happy. How could he do this to me? Feeling dazed, I was leaving the room in tears when suddenly, Candace stepped in front of me with a smirk. "Oh, I warned you. You're not his type. Not every Cinderella gets her Prince Charming." Just then, I turned red with rage. I was still holding a tray of appetizers, and I slammed it in Candace's face. Everyone gasped and stared at me, and I left as fast as I could. I ran back to our cottage and started packing our things. "We have to leave, Mom." "But why? What's happening, sweetie?" "I can't stay here. Not another minute. We'll be thrown out anyway, so we might as well go ourselves." I cried as I told her everything, and she started helping me pack. As the cab drove us away from that mansion, Mom took my hand. "We should have left years ago, but I was too weak. I just let us suffer without doing anything. What will happen to us now?" "No, Mom. You're so strong for putting up with everything for me. Don't worry. We're gonna get through this together." We had enough savings to rent a cheap apartment, and I also sold the branded bag I'd taken from the trash. It was actually worth a small fortune. With some money to go by, we both started looking for jobs. Mom fully recovered soon and started working as a hotel maid, while I worked as a waitress. I also applied for a scholarship to a nursing school, and luckily, I got in. I studied and worked hard for 5 years and was finally an intern at a huge hospital. One day, I found a bouquet of roses in my hospital locker, and I hated myself for wishing it was from Julian. But it wasn't. It was a patient I'd taken care of some time ago, Enrique. He admitted he liked me and asked me out. Enrique was charming and sweet, but I told him I was too busy for love. But boy, was he persistent. He kept showing up and asking me out in the funniest ways. And after months, I finally decided to give him a chance. One evening, as I was stepping out of my apartment to meet Enrique, I bumped straight into someone and apologized. When I looked up, I saw that it was Julian. "What? What are you doing here?" "Are you going out on a date? You look lovelier than ever." "Are you freaking kidding me? You're not even ashamed to face me after what you did? And now you're flirting with me? Just wow. I wonder what your wife would have to say about that." "I didn't marry her. I didn't want to spend my life being miserable. I also cut ties with my family." "Do I look like I care? It's been 5 years, Julian. Please, just get lost." Before he could say another word, I walked away, shaking with rage. I wondered if he was telling the truth. But even so, he broke my heart in front of everyone, and I could never forgive him for that. Julian had somehow gotten a hold of my number, and he kept texting me to meet him once, but I kept ignoring him. One day at the hospital, we received a patient who'd been in a bad car accident, and when I looked at the patient chart, my heart leapt into my throat. It was Julian. I rushed to his room and took his hand as tears streamed down my cheeks. He suddenly opened his eyes and started talking. I tried to calm him down, but he wouldn't stop. "You have to listen to me, Stellar. Mom threatened to put your mom away in jail for stealing if I didn't break up with you. I knew she really meant it. So I agreed to do something that would make you hate me and drive you far away. I was young and weak, and I thought I was doing the right thing. But now I've cut off my family and made something of myself. And there's no point to anything if I don't have you in my life.
Gosh, you wanted my attention? You have it. Just shut up and be strong for me right now, okay?
Only if you say you love me, because I do.
I'll see how I feel after a few dates. So you better get well soon, you moron. I bent down and kissed him on the lips, and his blood pressure shot up from excitement.
Hi, I'm Kiara from Norway. Please like and subscribe. From the moment I was born, my dad decided I'd be the future of our small country. He was the head of the government and was loved and respected by everyone. Dad always wanted me to be like him, so my training started pretty young. You must have seen kids running after butterflies in the park or jumping on couches. Well, I never did any of that. Instead, I had to attend special etiquette classes as soon as I was old enough to sit at the table. I never spoke loudly, and there were certain words I wasn't allowed to use, like poop or pee. Always say, I want to drop the browns in the bowl, or I want to put gravity to good use. Well, that did get me some strange looks in kindergarten, but I didn't care. One time when I was 7, I went with Mom to my friend's birthday party. I was having an amazing time stuffing my mouth with cake, but when I wanted a 5th helping, Mom refused. You know the sugar rush makes you hyperactive, Kiara. No more cake. But when Mom wasn't looking, I sneaked to the table quietly and cut myself a huge slice. Just then, Mom saw me and tried to snatch it from my hand when my classmate Naomi bumped into me and the cake went flying onto Mom's face.
What have you done? I wanted that cake. It's so yummy and sugary. Not like all those awful salads I have to eat at home. Here, have mine. This one's even more sugary since I added strawberry syrup on top. And here's a secret. Salads taste much better when you put chocolate sauce on it.
That was genius. I tried her recipe that night, and the sugar rush made me go wild. I transformed into a little tornado bouncing off the walls, destroying everything in sight. And Dad was not amused. He gave me the biggest lecture on how I needed to behave responsibly and grounded me for a week with no gadgets, no storybooks, and no desserts.
This should teach you how to live a disciplined life.
I sulked for hours but knew better than to argue with Dad. The next day at school, Naomi asked me if I tried her recipe, and I told her the truth.
But that's so lame. If kids won't eat sugar, then who will? We can't have the sugar factories go bankrupt, right?
After that day, Naomi brought sweet treats for me every day, and soon, we became best friends. Meanwhile at school, I studied my butt off to ensure I topped my grades. I knew it was always expected of me, and I loved studying anyway, so I wasn't complaining. But studying wasn't the only thing I was good at. By the time I was in high school, I was the president of the student council, a national-level chess player, and the best actress in the school's drama club. And I absolutely loved the drama club. It was the only time in my life when I could forget who I was and slip into the life of another character. One time, I got chosen to play Juliet for an inter-school drama competition, but the guy playing Romeo broke his ankle and got replaced by the biggest jerk in our school, Justin. And he was so annoying. Ever since I'd made fun of his gigantic glasses in 1st grade, he'd held a grudge against me and was such a pain in the butt. Romeo, oh Romeo, where art thou, oh Romeo?
Kiara, oh Kiara, I'll make you a tiara of spiders and flies all dead to put it on your ugly head.
That's not what you're supposed to say!
No? Sorry, I forgot my lines. But you're such a piece of art that poetry just flows out of me whenever I see you.
God, why was he such a moron? Other than this minor glitch called Justin, my life was perfect. Hey, Naomi, I won the Spanish debate competition. Again.
Could it be that no one else participated?
Well, it's not my fault everyone's scared to compete against me.
Girl, why don't you just slow down and enjoy life? You know, you don't have to be perfect at everything.
I know, but that's just how I am.
No, it's just how you've made yourself to be. Tell me, when's the last time you went to a party?
I don't know. But that reminds me, Dad's hosting a dinner for his politician friends tonight, and your dad's invited too, so you better come along. That night at the dinner, all the adults were mingling with each other while Naomi and I sat in a corner sipping orange juice. What a bore fest. Catch me if I fall asleep. What's wrong with this party? The music's nice, the people are classy, and the food is good. How dare you call this food? Cows eat this stuff. Burgers, cupcakes, extra cheese pizzas, that's real food. As for the people, I bet they secretly hate each other. Can't you see all the fake smiles? That's called being polite. Polite my butt. After putting me through this torture, you've gotta accompany me to the school's camping trip this weekend. I don't think Dad would. Just then, Dad walked over and said he wanted to introduce me to someone.
Kiara, meet Ted. His dad's a media mogul in the US. And my dear friend, we keep joking about you two getting married. Why don't you two get to know each other?
Ted took me out for a stroll in the garden, and it was so awkward. He cracked the lamest jokes, kept bragging about how rich and famous his family was, and even tried holding my hand once. I avoid holding hands since it's the flu season, and I can't risk catching an infection.
I like it. A girl who knows how to take care of herself will take good care of my babies too.
What the freaking fudge? Thankfully, at that moment, someone came looking for him and he left. I thought of escaping to my room when I saw Naomi at our mansion's gate talking to someone. It was Justin, and he was dressed as a pizza boy. What are you doing here?
Belly dancing. Can't you see I'm delivering pizzas?
Sorry, Kiara, but I was starving and the food at your party is, terrible. But Naomi, it's healthy and it's good to eat healthy food. Good luck trying to convince yourself, hun, but I'd rather eat unhealthy food and go to heaven sooner. Yum.
I have a spare pizza if you want some.
I can't eat junk food and take risks with my health.
Holy potatoes. I always thought you were a snob, but you're actually a nutcase. I guess it's no fun being you.
Can you stop being a jerk? It's easy for you to judge when you don't know a thing about me or my life. Feeling angry, I turned and stormed off. But deep inside, I knew no matter how much I tried to deny it, Justin was right. It was no fun being me. Feeling a bit frustrated, I went to Dad's study later that night to have a heart-to-heart conversation with him. I had to tell him about that self-absorbed dimwit Ted, and that there was no way I could have a future with him.
What do you mean Ted's not your type? You don't even know him yet. Besides, I've decided this marriage will be great for your political career.
Marriage is not a deal, and I'm still a teenager.
So where's the rush? You two can start dating and then eventually get married.
I couldn't believe my ears. Dad had decided my future and I had no say in it? I was so mad at Dad that the next day at school, I told Naomi I'd accompany her to the camping trip. Your dad agreed? I hope you told him you can't take security along. Dad doesn't need to know. Whoa, who are you, girl? And what did you do to my perfect friend? I'm just letting her take a back seat for a while. Later that day, I was going to the library to return some books when suddenly a hand grabbed my arm and pulled me into an empty classroom.
Listen, I'm sorry for last night, but it seems tragic that you've never eaten a pizza before. So, I got this for you. Take a bite. I promise you won't die.
Justin looked straight into my eyes, and for some reason, it made my heart skip a beat. It's amazing.
Not as amazing as you, though. I mean, you amaze me.
And why's that?
You're the only girl I know who looks like a goat eating a pizza.
What an absolute jerk! That weekend, when I snuck out of my house early in the morning for the camping trip, Naomi's car was already waiting for me. We drove for hours and reached a huge house by the lake in the middle of nowhere. Where are we? And where are the camp people? Kiara, don't be mad, but I lied to you. This isn't a camping trip. Justin and I decided to organize an overnight party, and I thought Dad's lake house would be perfect for it. What? You've gotta be mad. You know I hate parties. That's 'cause you've never been to one. Come on, Kiara, it's just one night. Even though I was super mad at Naomi, I agreed since I had no other option. Her driver had already left after dropping us off. As we went inside the lake house, I discovered Naomi had invited tons of people, including some of our classmates, and everyone seemed to be enjoying themselves. I stood like an outcast for a while until Naomi forced me to join everyone, and I must admit, I had a lot of fun. That night, we played Spin the Bottle, and I got partnered with none other than Justin. Our task was to spend an hour in the woods. Oh, come on, you can't be serious about this. It's just a stupid game.
Guys, I think Kiara's too chicken to do this. She's a scaredy cat.
Me? Scared? You've gotta be kidding. I marched ahead of Justin, and in a matter of minutes, we were out in the woods. Justin asked me to stop, but I was determined to prove my bravery. So I kept going, and soon we were lost.
You idiot. How are we gonna go back?
No one's ever called me an idiot. And why don't you open Google Maps or something?
Because there's no signal here.
We tried finding our way back, but when we couldn't, we fell asleep under a tree. When I woke up the next morning, I found myself lying awkwardly over Justin, drooling on his jacket. Oh God, I'm so sorry.
Ugh, you're heavy. I'm gonna have a sore back for a month.
You could have woken me up.
And risked your anger? No thank you. Besides, I understand you're used to sleeping on soft mattresses.
I wanted to tell him his abs were anything but soft, but I knew better. Justin, I want to drop the browns in the bowl.
You want a what?
Oh, gosh. I need to use the washroom.
And where will your highness find it in the middle of this jungle?
No need to be so snarky. I'll go find one myself.
Where do you think you're going? Don't even think of wandering alone unless you want to end up in some bear's browns.
He then pointed towards a big rock and asked me to finish my business behind it. We spent that day wandering through the woods. Thankfully, Justin knew how to climb trees and he plucked lots of fruit that kept us going. We talked about random things and I found myself getting attracted to him with each passing second. He was funny, smart, and incredibly handsome. And for some reason, I felt totally at ease with him. I told him everything about my life. My love for theater and Dad's expectations of me. He told me about his younger sister who was sick and that he was working 2 jobs after school to earn money for her treatment.
That's why I was at your home that night delivering pizzas.
You aren't who I thought you'd be. You pretend you don't care, but deep down, you're actually a good person.
And you're trying so hard to earn your dad's approval that you've forgotten to have your own life to live.
You don't get it. It's not that easy.
It isn't so complicated either. Okay, close your eyes and see yourself as a politician giving a speech. Do you like it?
Yeah, kinda.
Now, picture yourself on stage, giving the best performance of your life.
In that moment, I imagined myself as Juliet, delivering my lines with such confidence that the audience cheered loudly. It felt so surreal that my eyes flew open.
So, which scenario did you like better?
I don't know.
Don't lie to yourself. You have one life, Kiara. Live it the way you want to.
Suddenly, Justin's face was so close to mine that I forgot to breathe. Then he gently lifted my chin and kissed me. It was the most magical moment of my life. Just then, we heard the sound of helicopters and we started shouting and waving like maniacs to catch their attention. Soon, a team of paramedics rescued us, and when I finally reached home, I thought Dad would be relieved to see me. But to my surprise, he looked furious.
I can't believe you would be so reckless, Kiara. Do you have any idea how much negative publicity we've got?
Dad, I was lost in the woods for hours, and all you care about is negative publicity? I stormed off to my room, wishing I'd never been rescued. That night, I was about to go to sleep when I got a call from Naomi that left me stunned. I wish I'd never invited you to my party. Your dad is literally ruining my life. He got my college application canceled by telling the dean stories about my reckless attitude. And he even got Justin fired. You knew how the guy was working so hard to save money for his sister's treatment. But Naomi, I didn't save it, Kiara. I wish you had a spine. Saying that, she hung up on me, but I felt my blood boil. How could Dad do such things? I ran to Dad's study and confronted him, and he didn't even bother denying it.
They got what they deserved.
That was it. Something in me snapped that day. Dad, how could you? That college was Naomi's dream, and Justin's working 2 jobs so he can afford his sister's treatment.
I don't care. Those kids were distracting you from your goal.
My goal? Says who? Did you even consider for a second that I may not want to be a politician? All my life, I worked so hard to make you happy, but I just can't do it anymore. For the first time in my life, I shouted at Dad, and he looked stunned. The next 2 days, I refused to eat anything until Justin got his jobs back and Naomi's admission was restored. Ultimately, Dad had to listen to me. Then, when I told Dad a few days later that I planned to join an acting school in the US after I finished high school, he threw a massive fit. But I was no longer the Kiara he could dominate. I knew Dad had bribed the college dean into kicking Naomi out, so I threatened to tell the press about it. I'll create a massive media frenzy, one you'll never come out of. I knew Dad's reputation meant everything to him, so he had to agree. I moved to the US, and over the next few years, I worked my butt off and became a popular actress. One day, I was backstage after a performance when I heard a familiar voice.
Autograph, please.
Yeah, for me too. Justin? Naomi? I was so happy to see them both that I jumped and hugged them. We sat and talked for hours. I told Naomi how I felt so ashamed of what Dad did that I never contacted them. I thought they hated me. Naomi told me she'd graduated from an even better college and apologized for her bad temper that day. And Justin told me how he'd saved up enough money for his sister's surgery and had even started his own pizza chain back in Norway. I am just so happy for you guys.
Can you maybe make me even happier by going to dinner with me? How does this weekend sound?
Oh, really? And what if I say no?
I'll try again and again and again.
I shut him up with a kiss as Naomi cheered us on. Hi, I'm Shayla from Texas, and I'm a child genius. Before I continue, please like and subscribe. I was only 6 when I discovered I was what people called gifted. I was at my friend's birthday party, and we were having a contest on who could solve a Rubik's Cube first. Well, I solved it in 19 seconds.
Mommy, she cheated! That's crazy! How could I cheat? You were watching me the whole time.
Stop lying, Shayla. There's no way you could solve the Rubik's Cube that fast. Now go sit in the corner.
But that's so unfair!
I didn't want to play more party games after that because all the kids kept calling me a cheat. When I got home, I told my parents what happened, and a few days later, they had me tested. And it turned out I had an insanely high IQ, just like my mom, who was a respected neurologist. Cool, right? Well, not exactly. I got moved up 2 grades, which meant I was the youngest in the class. And no one wanted to be friends with a little 6-year-old who was every teacher's favorite. By the time I got to high school, I felt like a total outcast. One night in 9th grade, I was home alone even though it was Valentine's Day, and tons of kids at school were out on dates.
Knock, knock. I have a Valentine's Day present for you, sweetie.
Thanks. At least I have one Valentine tonight, even if it is just my mom.
Here, open this box.
I pulled out a bracelet with an infinity symbol on it. What's this?
Shayla, people like you and I, we're not like everyone else. We're smarter and 10 times more special. This is an infinity bracelet. And remember that nobody can hold you back from your potential. Do you understand?
I think so. After that night with Mom, I decided it was time to change my attitude and stop feeling sorry for myself. So for the first time during lunch, I decided to eat in the cafeteria with everyone else instead of alone in the janitor's closet. Then suddenly, as I was walking, a flyer hit me smack in the face.
Greetings, miss. May I interest you in joining the most amazing club in all of Texas? The Humble Mathletes.
What are the Mathletes? Ugh, ignore him. His name is Nolan and he's the new kid. He's trying to recruit fellow dorks to compete in math tournaments across Texas. Well, I think math is fun. Sign me up.
Cool. I don't usually allow younger kids on my team, but I'll make an exception.
Ugh. I ended up joining Nolan's math team and the two of us became friends. Nolan wasn't gifted the way I was, but he was still smart and a really sweet guy. Finally, the day of our state tournament arrived and my mom called to tell me that she was coming. I can't believe it. My mom never takes a day off from work. Nolan, we have to win today. I really want to make her proud.
Calm down, girl. We're gonna crush this tournament.
Nolan pulled me into a hug, and for some reason, it made my stomach do cartwheels. The competition went well, but in the final round, Nolan got 2 answers wrong, and that cost us the first place trophy.
Oh well, second place it is then. How about we celebrate with milkshakes and an MSA marathon?
I was about to agree when I saw Mom standing behind me with a very disappointed face. I excused myself to talk to her.
Why were you so happy back there? You're not embarrassed that you got second place?
Hey, second place is still really good.
Shayla, why are you friends with someone like Nolan? He's obviously not very bright. It's his fault you didn't win.
Mom, don't talk that way. Nolan is really smart and we've become good friends. Suddenly, Mom took my wrist and started to unclasp the infinity bracelet. What are you doing?
I shouldn't have given this to you, Shayla. You don't seem to care much about unlocking your potential. I'll just have to live with the disappointment.
No, stop! I do care. I'm gonna make things right. Just give me a chance. I ended up riding home with Dad without saying goodbye to Nolan. And the next day at school, I tried avoiding him until he showed up at my locker.
Hey, Sunshine. I thought we were gonna celebrate, but you left. Are you okay?
Nolan, we can't be friends anymore.
What? Why?
You want me to be honest?
Of course.
You're not smart the way I am. You're average at best. And if we continue hanging out, you're just gonna hold me back. I'm so sorry. I ran away before Nolan could answer, feeling horrible. Nolan didn't speak to me again after that, and I didn't blame him. Then 2 months later, my life took a turn. Mom was offered a research position in China. So, does that mean we're moving to China?
No, only I'm moving. And I'm divorcing your father. I just can't have anyone in my way right now. But don't worry, you and I will keep in touch.
Mom kissed my cheek and tears filled my eyes. After Mom left, I tried to keep busy and comfort Dad, who wasn't taking the divorce too well. One afternoon, I was sitting on the porch when I saw a van pull into our driveway. A lady came out and, to my surprise, it was my first grade teacher.
Mrs. Johnson? Is that you? Shayla? I haven't seen you since they pulled you out of my class to move you up 2 grades.
Miss Johnson invited me to dinner that night, but while we were eating, she kept asking me if something was wrong, and I just couldn't hold it in. I told Miss Johnson all about Mom leaving and how hard school was and how much I missed Nolan. It doesn't matter though. I just need to focus on myself and my goals. I remember I was just like you, Shayla. My grades and my dreams meant everything to me, but I realized over time that part of success is also about being happy.
No offense, but that sounds like a cheesy quote you'd read on Instagram.
Maybe, but it's true. Try doing at least one thing that makes you happy this week, sweetheart. I was exhausted from finals, so that week, I decided to take Miss Johnson's advice. I went to the community pool to sunbathe when I tripped over a crack in the sidewalk.
Whoa, easy.
Thanks. At that moment, I realized the lifeguard was Daryl, the most popular guy in school.
I usually save people from water, not concrete. You look familiar. I feel like I know you from somewhere. What's your name?
I was about to tell him, but then I paused. Boys like Daryl usually never talk to me, and I wanted to start off on the right foot. I'm Cher, like the singer.
And you're pretty like her too. I'm having a party tonight. How about you be my date?
Whoa, did he just ask me out? Of course I said yes. And that night, I got super dolled up for the party and even bought a new dress. The party was so much fun, and I danced with Daryl for hours. And when I saw the other kids at school there, I told them I'd changed my name because, well, I had a chance to be a new me. At one point, I had to go to the bathroom, but I opened the wrong door, which apparently was a bedroom.
Oh my God, what are you doing in my room?
Nolan? This is Daryl's house.
Yeah, and my mom and I moved in here 2 weeks ago. Daryl's my cousin.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Of course you didn't. Daryl doesn't want to be associated with nerds. How did you get invited here anyway?
Actually, I'm not a nerd anymore. I've decided to change. Also, my name isn't Shayla anymore. It's Cher.
Cher?
Yeah. So, if you could call me that from now on.
No, I don't have the time or energy for this. Go back to the party, will you? And don't walk by my room again.
Nolan slammed the door in my face, and I felt bad. But I really didn't want to deal with the drama at the moment. I just wanted to have fun. A week later, Daryl and I started dating. I asked everyone to start calling me Cher instead of Shayla, and just like that, I became popular. I started dressing differently, and I didn't wear my infinity bracelet anymore. One day at school, the teacher handed back last week's physics exam, and even though I hadn't studied as much, I got 100. I was grinning to myself during recess when Daryl took the paper out of my hand.
What you got there, babe? Whoa, you got 100 on a physics test? What are you, some kind of computer bot?
No, my brain just works a little differently than other people.
Like a little Miss Smarty Pants? Wait, are you one of those nerds who thinks she's better than the rest of us just because she can memorize a few extra facts? I thought you were cool.
I am cool. You know what? It was just dumb luck that I got full marks.
Whew, I thought we might have to break up.
Daryl and his friends made it clear they hated nerds. So for the next few weeks, I purposely failed all of my tests and didn't do any homework, which they all high-fived me for. The end of the semester school party came around, and the theme was game night. Daryl and his friends just wanted to play foosball and table tennis, but I couldn't help being distracted by a bunch of kids playing trivia.
What is a 5-pointed star called in geometry? Time's ticking away, guys. This is a crucial round. Anyone in the room who knows what the answer is?
Why would anyone know that, loser face? Can you stop ruining the party and have your geekathon somewhere else?
I knew the answer, but of course, I stayed quiet. But I wasn't having any fun with my friends either. Daryl was busy with the boys, and the girls kept commenting how my dress wasn't flattering and how my pink lipstick wasn't a good color on me. Can you stop criticizing me already? At least I don't, have her outfit. That's really hideous. The girl I'd pointed at turned around, and suddenly, I felt really guilty. Why had I said that? Just then, Nolan came and took the girl's hand.
Leave my date alone. She looks beautiful tonight.
Oh, she's your date?
Yup. She joined the mathletes right after you left.
Nolan put his arm around the girl, and I tried to push the feeling I had away. Was it jealousy? The party sucked, and I decided to go home early. But when I arrived, Dad called me into the living room and said Mom was on a video call and wanted to talk to me urgently.
Shayla, is that really you? I've never seen you wear so much makeup.
It's not that much makeup. I was just at a party.
Oh, I see. Partying on a school night? Well, that would explain the email I got from your principal today, calling me in for a meeting to discuss your grades. You've been failing your classes?
Yeah. I didn't do so well in a few tests, but I can make up for it.
Really? Because your principal said that if you fail even one more exam, they'll put you on academic probation. Can you imagine how I felt reading that? Wait, where's your bracelet?
Well, it doesn't match with the new clothes I wear now.
What? I gave you that bracelet because I wanted to inspire you to live up to your limitless potential. But instead, you've turned out to be a complete disappointment.
You know what, Mom? I'm not a little girl anymore. I don't need a stupid bracelet to remind me what I'm capable of. Just like I don't need your validation to feel good about myself. This is the first time you've called me in weeks. I'm your daughter. There's more to me than good grades. You don't value me the way I value you. I'm done trying to make our relationship work. As I ran outside my front yard, I suddenly heard a familiar voice.
Haven't seen you around in a while.
Oh, hi, Miss Johnson.
You look lovely tonight. Did you meet a nice boy? Oh, is that why you haven't been stopping by?
I don't know what happened then, but suddenly I ran to Miss Johnson and burst into tears. She hugged me as I told her everything. About Mom, the bracelet, how Nolan replaced me, and how I'd turned into a superficial bimbo.
Oh, Shayla, don't talk about yourself that way. I think I know what the problem is.
You do?
Yes. First, you tried being who your mom wanted you to be. Then, you tried being who the kids at school thought you should be. You've tried to be everything except yourself.
Miss Johnson's words struck a chord in me. I thought about them all weekend, and on Monday, I pulled out the infinity bracelet. But this time, it meant something different to me. I wasn't letting anyone hold me back, and I had to start by making things right with Nolan. Hey, I know it's been a minute, but I'd love to be a mathlete again, if you'll have me.
Let me think. No.
Nolan, please. I've changed. I don't want to be a stuck-up jerk anymore. I'll apologize to your girlfriend for mocking her outfit too.
Firstly, she's not my girlfriend. She was just my date that night. And secondly, you're a fake, and I just can't take that person seriously. Cher.
Just then, Daryl walked over to us.
Hey babe, wanna go with me to a concert tonight? Ugh, why are you talking to him?
Because Nolan's my friend.
I'm really not.
You were at one point. We were on the Mathletes together.
The Mathletes? That's a club for losers. You're better than that. Come on, let's go.
Daryl started to pull me away, but something inside me snapped. No, I'm staying here with Nolan, and he's not a loser. He's your cousin, and maybe it's time you start treating him with the respect he deserves. I should have treated him better too.
Aw, that's a cute speech. But if you want to be my girlfriend, you can't hang out with my dork cousin or join the Mathletes, Cher.
Isn't it obvious that I don't want to be your girlfriend anymore? I feel pathetic that I dumbed myself down to fit in. I'm a nerd, and proud to be one. And just for the record, I know what a 5-point star is called in geometry. It's a decagon, and I'm going back to being Shayla. I marched off like a boss, pulling Nolan behind me.
You know, maybe you can rejoin the Mathletes. We are one team member short, and there's a tournament coming up.
Oh my god, you mean I can be on your team again? And you forgive me? Oh, Nolan, thank you.
Hey, I didn't say I forgive you, but I do need your brain for the competition. I'm not exactly smart the way you are.
Nolan, I'm sorry for saying that. The pressure to succeed turned me into a toxic person. The truth is, I think you're smarter than me. I don't have a quarter of your emotional intelligence.
That's nice of you to say. Thanks.
Nolan hugged me and I felt my stomach doing cartwheels again. Maybe one day, he could be more than a friend.
The room was lit by only our laptops. Sabrina and I were deep into our usual AFK journey match. As expected, Sabrina was nailing it, and me, well, I wasn't. You got lucky this time, Sabrina. Luck's got nothing to do with it. It's all skills. Yeah, right. Stop showing off. If you know so much about the game, I wish you'd actually get sucked into that game. Now that'd be something. I bet I'd still win. I suppose she was right. She'd still win. After all, she was Sabrina. My sister always shone bright, passing tests, grabbing the spotlight, and unbeatable in games, while I was just Ella. Plain, average Ella. The next morning, I woke up late, which only happens if Sabrina forgets our alarm. We were about to be late for school. Come on, Sabrina! But I checked her room. There was no sign of Sabrina. Then I saw her slippers near her laptop, like she disappeared. Really? Trying to make me think you're in the game? I laughed, but suddenly I felt the pull towards the laptop, like I was being sucked into it. And just like that, I was in a place straight out of a storybook. Huge trees with colorful leaves, bright skies, and tall mountains. There were little streams shining in the sun, and I could hear strange, beautiful sounds everywhere. It was so amazing. This had to be a dream. Ouch! Nope, not a dream. Right then, I heard someone behind me. Turning around, I almost fainted. Dianelle stood there, looking hot.
A new face in Asperia? You look lost.
OMG, you're Dianelle. I know everything about you. How you can soar into the air, becoming untouchable while unleashing a storm of sword attacks on your enemies.
Seems you know a lot about me. How about you share your story?
So I spilled the beans, telling him everything.
Fear not. I'll help you find your sister. You can't search for her alone.
Just then, Lucius and other heroes joined us, and Dianelle introduced me to them.
We Lightbearers stand for justice! Asperia will show you both its wonders and dangers.
Lucius's words hit me hard. Sabrina could be in trouble. But as I set out to look for Sabrina with Dianelle, Lucius, and the rest, I started to feel hopeful. Right in the middle of our journey, we bumped into some Hypogeans blocking our way. I was worried, thinking we were in for a tough fight. That's when Dianelle gave me a look, like he had a plan.
Watch this.
And then suddenly, everything started moving super slow. Dianelle jumped up, sword ready, and it was like I could see every little detail of him slicing through the air. How's everything so slow? What's going on? Just then, Lika fired her ultimate ability, Star Shot, shooting a deadly arrow that mesmerized me as it seemed to float in slow motion before forcefully pushing back her opponent.
Begone!
Wow!
It's called bullet timing. It lets us slow down time to hit just right.
Suddenly, Rainier, a villain from the Hypogeans, tried to sneak attack me, but Lucius jumped in front of me super quick, his shield up, stopping Rainier's attack, making him step back.
Go back to the hell that spawned you!
Wow, thank you so much. As we moved ahead, we entered the Dream Realm and saw Necrodragon, a beast straight out of a nightmare. We have to beat this thing?
Yes, we do.
The fight
started, and Necro Dragon unleashed his fearsome dragon's breath upon us. But Lucius was swift and blocked the attack, while Lika, Dino, the others, and I kept on attacking Necro Dragon. Finally, after the battle, the beast fell, and we saw a path. Following it, we found Sabrina. Ella, I found you! Can you believe we're actually inside the game?
Yes, it's incredible. Right after I arrived, the Necro Dragon captured me.
Ella, when I play, I am fully immersed. It's like I'm not just playing a game, I'm living every moment of it. That's my secret to winning. But you've discovered something even more crucial: the power of working together.
You've shown great courage today.
Remember, the bond between heroes is the strongest weapon.
And never forget, in Asperia, we stand together against any darkness.
This journey, it was more than just a rescue mission. It was about discovering our strength and the magic of teamwork. And it's just the beginning. There's a whole world out there in Asperia, waiting for us to explore.
Maybe next time. I think it's time for you both to leave.
The heroes then led us to a portal, telling us it would take us back to our world. Goodbye. The next morning, when I woke up, everything seemed normal. Was it all just a dream?
Did you have a dream too? About AFK Journey?
Yes! We were both stuck in the game! I don't think it was just a dream. Ella? What's that under your bed? Curious, I leaned over to look and saw it. The sword Dino had given me. It was all real. AFK Journey isn't just any game. It's an epic adventure that brings together strategy, courage, and friendship. With its unique art style, innovative gameplay features like bullet timing, and a story that unfolds across a beautiful 3D world, it's an RPG experience unlike any other. Available on PC and mobile, it's where you'll find your next great adventure. Asperia awaits. Are you ready to join us and discover the magic that follows?
Hey friends, I'm Jessica from Pennsylvania. Please like and subscribe. I was born 2 minutes after my triplet sisters, Zoe and Dana. And even though we look alike, Zoe and Dana always made me feel different. They stuck together, wore the same outfits, and even had their own language, just so they could talk about me behind my back.
Hosaga Galago. Kosaga Galaga Mene.
What is the deal with you two? You sound so dumb when you talk like a duck.
No, we don't. You're just jealous because you're not part of our cool club.
Whatever. They were right. I hated being the odd one out. I think my sisters were jealous because I was prettier, taller, and smarter. And when I turned 13, I landed my first modeling gig for an international teen magazine, and we just grew more distant. They begged Mom and Dad to get them into modeling too, and my parents went out on a limb to get Zoe to walk a fashion show, but she kept throwing tantrums.
OMG, this color makes my eyes look small. Is this Diet Coke? No? Get lost then and get me one. This makeup artist looks like a homeless person. Get me a prettier one.
It was so bad, they kicked her out and she never got a call back.
I don't get it. We're dressed up better, obviously prettier, and yet somehow you'll get all these great gigs.
Ugh, don't whine if you can't get what's mine. And I'll let you in on my secret, but you have to promise me never to tell Mom. I walk on my arms 3 times a day, every day, for at least 50 minutes.
That's ridiculous. We've never seen you do that.
I won't do it in front of you, dummy. It's called a secret for a reason. Walking on hands helps me with my posture, and I walk better on the ramp. It was a lie, of course, but my sisters were so dumb. They tried doing everything, but couldn't even land a handstand. And one time, Zoe ended up falling and crashing right into Mom's $1,000 vase, smashing it into pieces. Mom was furious, and they both ended up getting their butts grounded, while I had the TV all to myself for a good 2 weeks. Absolute bliss. But after that day, they never trusted me, but I couldn't care less. Eventually, they gave up on their dream of ever becoming a model. As for me, I continued being the professional that I was, and I only got more famous. One day while working on an ad, I was a bit confused about my lines. It makes me look hot. Excuse me, this is supposed to be a winter wear commercial, right? The lines are all wrong. Let me see. I turned around and saw Peyton walking in my direction. He was modeling royalty with over 10 million followers on Instagram. I was doing this commercial with him? How did I miss the memo? Say it like this. I feel so hot when I'm wearing these, I can barely feel the cold. You try. I feel cold, hot. No, wait, I can get this right. It's okay. I have that effect on girls. I'm Peyton, by the way. I'm sure you've heard of me. Who hasn't? It's such an honor working with you. Peyton and I absolutely nailed that winter wear ad, and our chemistry was so good, we ended up doing a lot of ads together. We started hanging out more and more, and soon became good friends. The more I got to know him, the closer to him I felt.
You know, apart from good looks and almost perfect body, I also happen to be an amazing singer.
Oh, how cool. I've always wanted to be a model, but
Do you want me to sing for you?
oh, yes, I'd love to. Before I could even finish my sentence, Peyton started singing, and it was so bad. I could feel my eardrums cry. But despite that horrible singing, when Peyton asked me out that evening, I happily said yes. And when my sisters found out, they burned with rage. Seriously? You think I won't know you're talking about me and Peyton? Guess your secret language doesn't make you cool enough to be with someone like him, so I'm just gonna ignore you. Ignore us all you want, but you can't ignore the fact that Peyton is too good for you, and you'll never be able to keep him happy. Say what you want, I'm late for my meeting with my super hot boyfriend. It felt so good to rub it in their faces. The next few weeks were bliss. The news about me and Peyton being an item skyrocketed our reputation, and everyone wanted to sign us up. Life was perfect until my agent booked us for a Christmas ad, and this time they wanted to use my whole family, including Zoe and Dana. I begged my agent not to go through with it, but she didn't give a rat's butt about it.
The press is big on this, Jess. If you guys crack this, people will run to get in line for your autographs. Come on, I'm sure your sisters are not that bad.
They're horrible! But if this brings more work, then I'll try and give it a shot. I tried to make peace with it, but the next day when the photographers came, Zoe plopped her butt right next to Peyton, and I felt my insides explode. Every time Dana gave Zoe a look, Zoe whispered something in Peyton's ear, and they burst out laughing. What? What's so funny? Tell me too. Forget it. Your boring brain wouldn't get our jokes.
It's okay, Jess. I'll just tell you everything later.
And with that, Zoe whispered another joke to him. The photo turned out great and did a fab job at making us look like a perfect family. If only they could see my inner rage. As the photographer was packing up, I had some final paperwork to sign. When I looked up, Zoe and Peyton were nowhere to be found. I went to look for them outside when I found the two of them hugging. You know you can tell me anything, right?
Thanks, Zoe. Feels like I can talk about anything with you. Thanks for being the perfect friend.
Excuse me? I thought I was your perfect friend.
Jess, that's not what I meant.
Then what did you mean? Can you stop being so pushy? Jeez, poor Peyton is going through so much in life. Did you even know that he has a sensitive throat? He can't sing anymore. Oh, wow. Really? Newsflash, he could never sing. He sang like a toad with a throat infection. You want to be friends so bad? Then go ahead. But I'm done with all of you.
Jess, wait.
Oh, just leave her. You're better off without her. Peyton kept shouting at me, but I was super mad. The next morning, I was feeling a bit better, so I called Peyton, but he didn't answer. Instead, my agent called me up and gave me the shock of my life. The company we did the Christmas ad for loved Zoe and Peyton's flawless chemistry, and they want to go ahead with them. They want you off the project. Are you kidding me? She's the worst model ever.
I'm really sorry, Jess.
I was devastated beyond words and rushed to give Zoe a piece of my mind. But when I went to her room, I saw something interesting. Zoe and Dana were arguing over Peyton. You shouldn't keep him all to yourself, okay? We decided I'll get a fair chance to impress Peyton too. Really now? I don't think he's interested in anyone. I mean, look what happened to Jess. She's prettier than both of us combined, and he chose me over her. You don't stand a chance. We'll just see about that. Just stay away from him till I ask him out on a date, okay?
Wow, at least they accepted I was better than them.
But this was the first time ever I'd seen them argue. I thought this was the worst they could do. But a few days later at the success party of our Christmas ad campaign, Dana walked up to me asking if I'd seen Zoe, and the perfect idea struck me. I think I saw her go upstairs in the study. Oh, Dana, I think she's with Peyton. If I were you, I'd let them be. She's what? I'm gonna kill that witch! Dana looked like a raging bull as she ran upstairs, and of course, I followed. She opened the door dramatically, just as Zoe was about to kiss Peyton. Get your filthy hands off him. Oh my god, Dana, are you crazy? Get out! Not before you tell me what's happening. What do you think is happening? We're making out? And then Dana jumped on Zoe, and the two broke out in a huge fight. Peyton and I tried to separate them, but suddenly Zoe lost her mind and somehow ended up smacking Peyton across the face. Oh my god, perfect. Peyton left angrily and Zoe followed him, while Dana ran and locked herself in the room. I celebrated with the team alone and managed to impress them so well, they gave me another individual project. That evening, as I went onto the porch to get some fresh air, I saw Dana sobbing silently. Here, drink this. It's vanilla milkshake, your favorite. What? Suddenly, she hugged me tightly and started sobbing inconsolably. I'm so sorry. I'm the worst sister in the world. Please, please forgive me. Ew, you got a booger all over me. Yuck, Dana. Sorry, it's just that I've been awful to you all my life. I even tried to get in the way of your career and love life, and look where it landed me. My life's a mess. No, it's not. Get a grip, girl. And why are you sorry now? Did you not think about the time you left me alone while you gossiped in Egyptian with Zoe? What? Your dumb secret language? Oh, that was actually nothing. We just said some nonsense to piss you off. It was Zoe's idea. So you're telling me there's no language at all? Man, you guys are evil. Wait, Jess, I know we've been really bad to you, but how about we join forces and get some good old-fashioned revenge on Zoe? You know you want it, and God knows she deserves it. And how am I supposed to trust you? You have to take your chances, but I won't let you down, I promise. I had to admit, that sounded pretty tempting, but I wasn't a spiteful person. Or maybe I was. Either way, I wanted Zoe to pay for butting into my life and stealing Peyton from me. So I agreed. The plan was simple. Every time Peyton and Zoe went out on a date, Dana and I would follow them and tip off the paparazzi to take the weirdest pictures, till one of them eventually got annoyed. It went on for days, till one day Peyton got so fed up that he turned to one of the photographers with a snarl.
Come on, Peyton, how about a smile for the camera? How about this instead?
Peyton punching the reporter and Zoe's smirking face was all over the papers and tabloids. He lost most of his contracts, and so did Zoe, since she only worked on his recommendation. Once their professional relationship was over, their personal one soon followed. Dana and I watched as Peyton came over to see Zoe. I can't get any work since that terrible night. Why couldn't you control yourself? It wasn't such a big deal.
Of course it's not a big deal to you. You like the attention. I don't.
What do you mean?
I mean that a small-time dumb model like you would want cameras to follow you everywhere.
Wait a minute.
Maybe it's you who keeps tipping them off.
This makes no sense.
Oh, it makes perfect sense. Getting photographed with someone as famous as me would be a dream come true for someone like you.
Shut up, Peyton. You can't talk to Zoe like that.
Why are you jumping to her defense? Did you forget how she took over your life and your boyfriend?
Seems like she did me a favor there, because I can do a lot better than a bug-eating idiot like you, and so can Zoe. Now do us both a favor and get out before I knock your teeth in. Peyton pouted and left, and Zoe turned to me. Why did you do that? I clearly don't deserve your sympathy. You're my sister, Zoe. The only person who can talk down to you is me. But I hope you learned a lesson. I did, and I'm sorry for everything. All the times I've been mean to you. Yeah, we're sorry too. We're the ones who tipped off the paparazzi. It's okay. I kinda deserved it, so we're good? Might take me a little while, but I'll get there. Even if it takes us years, we're gonna prove to you that we've always got your back. Triplets. To the end. A few days later, my agent told me that due to bad publicity, Peyton got dropped from his modeling agency. Zoe and Dana worked non-stop to get back into business, and I helped my sisters in every way I could, till they were eventually good enough to land their own gigs. Working together brought us closer. But I think the best part was when we got to go on vacation and just relax and do little things together like chatting and even learning new languages. Agana bina gutke, amuka chukadu.
Hey guys, I'm Eva from Canada. Please like and subscribe, and you might just get that new present you've been wanting. As you can see, I was born with a birthmark on my face that covered my right eye. Though it sometimes caused others to stop and stare, which made me feel insecure, the one person who always made sure those feelings didn't stay around too long was my cousin Anna. My dad brought her home to live with us on my 8th birthday. Don't worry, I got you, Anna. You can stay in my room, share all my toys. Oh, please don't be sad. Oh, Eva, you're the kindest. Thank you so much. And thank you so much, Uncle. I was happy to have Anna with me. Soon, we started going to school. She was shy, but I introduced her to everyone, and my friends were a little too thrilled to see her.
Whoa, is she really your cousin? She is way too pretty.
If she were my cousin, I would feel jealous.
I know, right? Anna's the best. I did put on a smile, but I'm not gonna lie. It did sting a bit when my friends were going all gaga for Anna. But it was true. She looked like a movie star. That day when I got home from school, I decided to put on some makeup to cover up my birthmark, and even tried to dress and style my hair like Anna's. But Anna saw me. She told me that my birthmark was cool. It made me unique and special, and that it was like a little star shining on my face. Anna was the sister I'd always wanted. We truly loved each other and had so much fun together. She was smart and helped me with my studies, while I showed her how to make social media accounts. Can you believe she didn't even have Instagram or TikTok? What do I do with this? Which rock are you under? Jeez, you upload your cute pics. But why? Well, that's what Instagram's for, to share the moments of your life with others. Everyone has it. Seems like allowing people to invade my privacy. But I'll try it out, just for you. Of course, I would grow to regret ever having done that, but I couldn't have known it at the time. When I was in 8th grade, Dad's friend's son Parker came to live with us from Paris for a couple of weeks for his mom's treatment. The moment I saw him, I may have developed a teeny tiny crush. Oh my God, he was too cute with his glasses, just like Harry Potter. Parker seemed kinda uptight, no doubt due to all the stress he was under. His mom was in the hospital and all. As I sat near him one day, he scooted further away. I thought it was funny and was trying to make him laugh, so I did it again. He fell off the couch. I am so sorry. Please, don't mind me. Still silent? Cat got your tongue? Look, I lost. 'Cause of you. Oh, sorry. Late at night, I got up to get some water, and I bumped into Parker, who was still playing some game on his phone. Dude, it's like 12 a.m. No wonder you have glasses. I just couldn't sleep. I have a cure for that. Come on, follow me. I took Parker to the kitchen to make him some hot chocolate. Slowly, he opened up to me. I was surprised by how chatty he was. I could feel this connection between us, and I found myself really liking him. One day, Anna, Parker, and I were in the garden, and Parker was looking kinda down, obviously missing his mom. I could see that he was getting a bit emotional, so I tried to think of something to lighten the mood. Hey, let's play a game. And let's see who hangs upside down from the tree and for how long. No. Okay, how about a bubble making competition? Right then, I tripped over a rock, and thank God Parker caught me before I fell. My heart was fluttering. Then the gum popped and splattered all over his face and glasses. I wanted to help him clean it up, but before I had the chance, here, let me help you. Anna took off Parker's glasses and started wiping them down, and he just stood there and stared at her. I just couldn't help but feel a bit jealous. Parker stayed with us for 2 weeks while his mom recovered, and I got pretty attached to him. I was glad his mom was okay, but it was kind of sad to see him go. I missed our talks. One day when I was studying with Anna, I saw unread messages from Parker on Anna's Instagram account, the one I had made for her and she never used. Well, I knew Anna was obviously not interested in replying to him, so I decided to chat with him from her account. And then I made an account like hers to talk to him. I mean, it wasn't like we would be seeing Parker anytime soon anyway, right? I just thought it would be fun to get to know him more. And I was right. We talked about everything under the sun. But the more we talked, the more I realized we had a lot in common. We both loved Chinese food and taking pictures of nature. He even told me the story about his first breakup in kindergarten. And I told him my secret, how I was afraid of heights. I think I was falling in love, but I couldn't even tell him because he thought I was Anna. One day, as Anna and I were hanging out, I got a message from Parker that absolutely rocked me. He was coming to town and would be staying at our place. OMG, this was gonna be mad. I was up all night and decided that I'd tell him the truth when I met him. But once he arrived, he had his eyes only on Anna. Someone got handsome. Whoa, was he always this huggy? Why is he talking to me like he's known me forever? How would I know? I just got a fist bump. I had managed to make the guy I loved fall in love with the one person I was always jealous of. Parker was totally head over heels for Anna, and she seemed to be liking the attention. But still, I held on to a tiny bit of hope that maybe, if I told him the truth, he'd feel something for me too. I tried so many times to tell him, but every time I was about to, I'd chicken out and my heart would sink. Just a week later, I was displaying my photography in an art gallery, and Parker, Anna, and Dad were also there.
Wow, the angles, the lighting, everything's perfect. Eva, you're a pro. And I thought Anna loved photography.
She does. I learned everything from her.
Oh, okay. Eva, I need to ask you something.
I need to tell you something.
Oh, go ahead.
No, it's okay. You go ahead. I chickened out again.
I want to buy one of these photos from you.
Really? I never sold my photography before.
Yeah, I want this one of Anna. I'll give it to her when I ask her out. Do you think she'd like it?
And right at that moment, I felt like I was hit by a train. You want to ask her out? Really? Don't you want to get to know her more first?
I know her better than anyone else. She's my soulmate. I've known that all these years, and she's the one.
I was too shocked and just smiled. Yeah, I think she'd love it. Parker bought it right then and there and gave it to Anna. I couldn't hear them, but I knew what he was asking. And then he kissed her. Once we were home, I asked Anna why she agreed to date Parker, and her answer broke my heart into a million pieces. Eva, I really like him. Boys have always chased me, but Parker, he's different. It's like we've known each other forever. He's so confident with me. That's nice. I walked away with a heavy heart. Parker and Anna both liked each other and were happy. I couldn't take that away from Anna. A couple of days later, Anna was out shopping and called Parker to join her. He asked me to accompany them. I tried to refuse, but he practically begged me, saying how much he hated shopping and would need someone to talk to while Anna shopped her heart out. The ride started off a bit awkward, at least for me. Parker broke the ice by playing some songs and asked about what music I like, which made me feel a lot more relaxed when we started talking. It was so much fun.
It feels like I've known you forever.
Like you felt like you knew your kindergarten girlfriend forever?
Wait, how did you know about that?
What? Oh, Anna told me. After we picked up Anna, Parker asked to take us both out for lunch. How about Chinese?
Oh, I love it.
Chinese? No way. I don't like it at all. I'd rather just get a burger.
But I thought you loved Chinese food.
Parker was super confused, and I felt goosebumps all over my body. To make matters worse, when Anna told Parker how she wanted to try skydiving, he looked totally shaken.
But I thought you hated heights.
Me? No, it's this scaredy cat who's afraid of heights. It was the most difficult lunch of my entire life. That's when Parker looked at me all side-eyed and suspicious. I quickly excused myself for the restroom, but ended up running into a waiter carrying a glass pyramid, and it tipped all over the next tables. Eva, are you okay? Yeah, sorry, just in a rush to pee. I felt so embarrassed. And Parker stayed quiet the whole time, even on the ride home. As soon as we were back, I hurried out and hid in my room. And then I realized I had left my phone in his car. I ran outside. Anna had already gone in, but Parker was still in his car. He was looking at my phone. Oh no.
I had my doubts, but now I know. How could you, Eva? I thought Anna and I had a real connection. It was all a lie. Here I was thinking Anna was my soulmate.
Parker, I know I messed up, but I was afraid that you wouldn't like me. You were always too busy looking at Anna to pay attention to me anyway. I was just trying to get to know you. But then I fell in love with you and couldn't stop myself.
You couldn't stop yourself? That's your excuse? What am I supposed to tell Anna now? I can't do this.
But she likes you.
You still don't get it, do you? Eva, I am in love with the person I talked to all these years, but now I don't know if I can ever trust that person ever again.
Saying that, Parker walked away while I crumbled. I was stuck in this mess of lies I'd created for myself. I had no idea how to get out of it. I went for a walk, trying to clear my head and think of how I would explain it to Anna, when I heard her crying at the top of her lungs. I rushed to her and saw that she'd smashed her phone. No one ever did this to me. That jerk. He said he wanted to date me, and now he called and said he wants to break up because I'm not the one? I can't believe this. Like, who even breaks up on the phone? Oh no. I hugged her tight and told her there must be a misunderstanding. I needed to talk to him and make him get back with Anna. I couldn't see her cry like this, and it was my fault. But when I called him, he never replied, and a few days later, I learned he had gone back to Paris. Anna was devastated, and
and I knew the right thing would have been for me to tell her the truth, but I didn't have the courage and the guilt was eating me up inside. Over the next few weeks, I did everything I could to help her get over the breakup. I took her out for laser tag, bowling, mini golf, and even on a short trip to Hawaii. We had the most amazing time ever. And on our last day in Hawaii, as I was looking at the setting sun, Anna came and sat next to me. You are the best sister ever. I'm so lucky to have you. No, I'm not, Anna. There's something I need to tell you. I told her the truth. I'd expected her to be upset, but I hadn't expected her to be so silent. I felt like my heart was going to burst out of my chest on our flight back home. When we got back home, Anna didn't talk to me at all. I was desperate to make things right, so I started doing little things for her. I made her favorite chocolate chip cookies, gave her notes telling her how sorry I was, even made her a scrapbook of all our childhood memories, but nothing seemed to work. I was starting to feel hopeless. One day, I was in my room when Anna suddenly barged in.
If you want me to forgive you, you have to go skydiving with me.
Skydiving? You know I'm terrified of heights.
I need proof that you're actually sorry. Anyone can make cookies, Eva. This would show me you really care.
Wait. Okay, I'll go. When we got on the plane, I felt like I would black out, but I was willing to push myself to make up for my betrayal. When it was time, Anna grabbed my hand. I closed my eyes, and we both jumped together. The feeling was peace. At first I was scared, but then I felt calm, and once we landed, I looked over at Anna and she smiled back at me. Without a word, I ran over and hugged her tightly. I am so sorry, Anna.
Eva, I know how insecure you are when it comes to boys, and since I was always being chased by them, I realized I don't know how you must have felt, even though you are beautiful.
I can't believe I ruined what you and Parker had. Maybe you can forgive me, but I can't forgive myself.
But it wasn't real, our relationship. I only thought it was. I'm not mad at you for that anymore.
But I will be mad at you if you keep doubting yourself. I talked to Parker and decided he's right. I'm not the one. He's back in town today, but he's leaving in an hour. Go, tell him how you really feel.
Really?
I got an Uber and rushed to the airport. I couldn't get past security without a ticket, so I bought one. There goes all my savings. After looking for him everywhere, I saw him sitting on a bench looking at his phone. I went and sat next to him, and he scooted over without looking at me, just like the first time we met.
Hey, excuse me. Oh, Eva, it's you.
Yep, it's me, Eva, the girl who just jumped out of a plane to prove how sorry she really was, and the girl who really, really likes you, but was too insecure to be herself.
Anna actually made you skydive, and you did it?
Of course I did. She's basically my sister. And for you, I would go anywhere.
Hi, I'm Elodie. Before I tell you my story, please like and subscribe. I was born on the outskirts of Paris, and my early life was pretty uneventful until I turned 7, and my parents decided we were going on our first real vacation. That involved flying to the Maldives on the other side of the earth. I was super excited, but as soon as the plane took off, I started feeling very uneasy. The height made me feel dizzy. Then, halfway in our flight, we started having really bad turbulence, and that made me panic.
Are we gonna crash?
Don't be silly. The chances are really low.
So you're saying there is a slight chance we might die?
I cried hysterically for the remaining flight, and when we finally landed, I was shaking. Not even a week of fun at sea could make me forget, and when it was time to go back home, I refused to get on the plane again. I caused such a scene at the airport that my parents had no choice but to take a ship for the return trip, and it drained their credit cards.
This is the last time we're going on vacation ever!
Mom and Dad argued about money all the way home, and soon after, they separated. I was convinced it was my fault. No, honey, we were having problems for a while, and don't worry, we'll be okay. But seeing them divorce was heartbreaking. Dad remarried, had new children, and completely forgot about me. Mom tried many things to
cheer me up, but it seemed like nothing was working until one day she took me ice skating at the local rink, and that changed everything. When I was on the ice, it felt like I was flying, and all my problems disappeared. Mom saw the potential I had and signed me up for private lessons. By the time I was 10, I was already winning junior local competitions. My training was expensive, but Mom worked double shifts to cover for it. If this is your dream, I will do anything in my power to help you.
You're the best, Mom. I'll make you proud.
At school, I did well enough. My peers admired me, but unfortunately, I didn't have many close friends. Also, as time went by, I started noticing I wasn't like other girls my age. Like one time when I was 15, I was at a friend's house for a sleepover and we were watching the movie Titanic. During the final scene, all the other girls were crying, but I just couldn't get it. I snatched the remote and paused the movie.
This is so stupid.
Look, there's enough room on that door for Jack to climb too.
Elodie, you're ruining the moment. This moment is already ruined. Who even likes such dumb movies?
Needless to say, I was never invited for a movie night again. So maybe I wasn't that much of a romantic, or at all. Big deal. As I grew older, most of my peers started dating, breaking up, and crying over ice cream, while I was still waiting for my first crush to happen. I felt like I was being weird, and the only person in the world who got me was my best friend Louis. We got closer months ago. Mom is happy I'm not getting distracted by dating, but her sister and friends always ask why I don't have a boyfriend, as if there's something wrong with me.
It's not something you can force, the same way I can't like girls. And even if you never fall in love with someone, who cares? You're amazing just the way you are.
I know, but sometimes I wish I wasn't so different, and that guys would stop asking me out.
I wish that was my problem.
It would be if you came out.
No thank you, I'd rather swim with alligators.
Louis was terrified of his father finding out he was gay. In a way, we were both fishes out of water, and maybe that's why we got along so well. I knew I could talk to him about everything without being judged. When I turned 18, I was added to the national competition that would send the winner to the Olympics. That would give me the opportunity to have a real sponsor, relieving Mom of the huge financial burden. By that point, I was training daily, and my coach had given me a very complex program.
You have a real chance of winning, Elodie, but you really need to land that triple axel.
That jump would keep me up at night. It was so difficult. Less than 20 women landed it in competition ever. And as if that wasn't enough, one day, the restaurant where Mom worked caught fire, and she ended up in the hospital with a broken ankle and some burns. Her condition wasn't too serious, but she needed time to recover. I won't be able to work for a while. I'm sorry, Elodie, but I can't pay your coach anymore. I was devastated. It felt like my only chance at a career had just been taken away. But I didn't want to show that to Mom. She was already feeling bad, and I didn't want to make her feel worse. I picked up a job in a small cafe to earn some extra cash, but between studying and working, I was exhausted. I was crying on the phone with Louis one night when he came up with a crazy solution.
You won't like it, but hear me out. My dad is having this big party in a couple of days with all his business partners, and he insisted that I invite my girlfriend.
What girlfriend?
I may have lied about that. Dad kept asking me why I was still single at my age, so I panicked and told him I was dating someone. I know, it's wrong, but I never expected him to meet her. Anyway, you could pretend to be my girlfriend, and I'll ask him to sponsor you. He likes donating to all sorts of causes, and for a potential daughter-in-law, I'm sure he'll accept.
I don't know. Lies like that always end badly. Can't you just tell him the truth?
You don't know him. Ever since I was little, he wouldn't stop talking about my future wife and how he hopes I'll have like 25 grandkids. Trust me, this is the only way.
I was uncomfortable with the fake dating plan, but Louis was right. It would benefit both of us, at least until I managed to win the championship and get another sponsor. So when the day of the party rolled out, I put on my prettiest dress and ended up charming all of the guests. Louis was cold sweating when it was time to introduce me to his father, and I could see why. His dad was a very stern-looking man with a permanent frown on his face, but when we started talking, he seemed kind in his way. Louis took the opportunity to tell him about Mom's incident and how I needed help with my career.
I understand, but unfortunately, this isn't a good time for my company. Maybe next year.
I felt like the earth stopped spinning. Louis looked as shocked as me and promised to talk to his dad again, but it was of no use. Some days later, I was at the cafe working, but I really couldn't focus and started crying again. Just then, someone tapped on my shoulder.
Why is a pretty girl like you crying? You're ruining your makeup.
I looked up and saw Henry, a famous skater who had won the championship the previous season, staring at me. He sat me down, and I ended up telling him all my worries. So now, my career is basically over.
It doesn't have to be. I could pay for your training.
Really? You can?
But why? You hardly know me.
I know that everyone needs to see real talent. My family is one of the wealthiest in the country. My car insurance is more expensive than your lessons. It's nothing.
I couldn't believe my luck. From that day on, I started practicing with Henry, and he seemed quite impressed with my skills. Some days we would go have coffee after training. He was a lot more experienced than I was, and I loved hearing about his travels and all the talented people he met during competitions. One afternoon after practice, Henry was dropping me at home when he leaned in and tried to kiss me. I quickly pushed him away, and he seemed very confused.
I'm sorry, is there a problem?
I think I might have given you the wrong idea, Henry. I like you, but only as a friend. I'm just not interested in dating anyone.
I see. What can I say? It's breaking my heart that you're doing this to me, and I get it, but I don't think any other guy would. You have to be careful about giving a guy wrong signals, especially when you get so close in such a short period. Guys always expect something in return. Anyway, I guess I'll leave now.
Henry gave me a quick hug and left. I decided to keep my distance from Henry after that. I didn't want to hurt him anymore. Soon it was time for the competition, but the day before the competition, I was so stressed out I could barely stay still. So Lewis asked me to go to the local fair with him to calm my nerves down. We went to all the booths trying our luck. I spent an embarrassing amount of money at the duck pond game, and Lewis won at the miniature rifle range. The lady gave him a huge heart-shaped plushie, which he gave to me.
A lucky charm for tomorrow.
Sure. It has nothing to do with how bulky this is. We were having a good time, going on roller coasters and eating fries, but just then, I heard someone calling my name from the crowd. I turned around and saw Henry walking in our direction.
So he's the reason you broke up with me?
Henry? No, you're misunderstanding. Lewis is just a friend.
Just like I was a friend to you? You know, if you liked someone else, you could have just said that. And what's even about this guy that made you reject me? Is it money? Careful, dude. You got yourself a gold digger. Don't you dare talk to her like that. Or what, you'll hit me?
Henry took a step forward, his fist balled up, but I got in the way and pushed Henry aside. It's not worth it, Lewis. He's just a crazy, possessive guy. Forget about him.
Oh, wow. Crazy and possessive? This is how you say thank you for being a good friend and helping you? Something this idiot would never do?
I wanted to argue more, but I decided against it and left with Lewis. I couldn't believe Henry would turn on me like that. I thought he was my friend, but I couldn't waste too much sleep because of him. I had a competition to win. I set the alarm on my phone and went to sleep early so I got some rest. But the next morning, I woke up to Lewis screaming in my face.
Get up, Elodie, you're late.
What? Oh my god, how did I not wake up? I checked my phone and the screen was glitching. It looks like my phone's broken.
We don't have time for that. Hurry up or you'll miss the competition.
I quickly got dressed and left with Lewis, but the road was jam-packed with traffic. It was the weekend and the main carnival day. As if that wasn't enough, the main bridge was closed because of a small accident. This is the only way to cross the river. We're never gonna make it. What am I gonna do?
I might have an idea.
Lewis got out of the car and we made our way back to the fair from the previous night.
Okay, anytime now.
Who? What?
That.
I looked where Lewis was pointing and my heart dropped. Right over the fair, a couple of hot air balloons were already taking off and others were waiting for customers on the ground. Oh, no. You gotta be kidding.
I know you're afraid of heights, but this is your only chance. Listen to me, Elodie. You can't let your fear win. Not now, when you're so close to making your dream come true.
Lewis was right. My stupid fear was getting in the way of my dreams. But I was stronger than that. We paid the man piloting the balloon and hopped on. As we took off, I closed my eyes and wrapped myself around Lewis like an octopus.
You can look now. Trust me.
I slowly opened my eyes and it was so different from what I remembered from that airplane all those years back. Sure, I was still afraid, but from up there, the world looked so peaceful and beautiful. The flight didn't last long, and soon we were landing in front of the arena. We ran inside and I got my skates on just in time. The place was packed, but I felt confident and performed my best routine. And then came the final moment, the dreaded triple axel. I took a deep breath and spun 3 times, landing beautifully. And the crowd went crazy. The results were announced soon after, and I was over the moon to bag the first prize. Right after I got my trophy, I was getting back to Lewis when Henry got in my way. What now?
I just came to tell you that I'm sorry. I was wrong and totally out of line. Also, I really thought that hackers would hack your phone and keep you away from the competition, but I guess talent always finds a way.
You hacked my phone? That's why the alarm didn't go off and nobody could reach me? That's horrible, Henry. Why would you do that?
Because I wanted to show you your place. But like I said, I was wrong, and I'd like to start a new friendship with you from scratch.
Yeah, I don't think so. I can't trust you, and friendship is based on trust. Now, if you'll excuse me, my friend is waiting for me. I went backstage to Lewis and was kind of surprised to see his dad waiting for me.
Congratulations, young lady. I'm proud my son has such a talented girlfriend.
Actually, Dad,
Lewis gathered himself for a moment and then told his dad the truth.
I'm sorry for all the lies, but all this time I was afraid of disappointing you.
You're right, I am disappointed, but with myself. I kept projecting my ideal life without even considering you'd want something different. Son, all I really care about is for you to be happy. And you, young lady, this was a big step in your life, and I have a surprise for you.
Lewis and his dad took me home with them, where his dad had organized a party to welcome Mom after her discharge from the hospital. She couldn't be at the competition, so the party was our chance to celebrate together. Mom introduced herself and thanked him, and then they kept chatting, and it gave me a weird feeling. What's going on with our parents? They're so red. Are they sick?
Worse, they like each other.
And yes, you guessed it. That's how I ended up with a stepfather and brother. I learned that you have to face your fear, or you'll be afraid for the rest of your life.
Hi, my name is Kayla. Please like and subscribe to MSA while I tell you my story. My whole life, I've been a book nerd. Stories are my escape into new worlds where I can fight dragons on the top of the highest mountains or move cars out of my way using my mind. However, in real life, I'm virtually invisible and usually powerless in the face of danger.
Hey, watch where you're going, geek!
Sorry.
What's the point of those dumb glasses if you can't see anything?
Thankfully, help was never too far behind.
Ow! You hurt my head!
That was the idea. Now imagine what I can do with all these. Are you okay? I am now. Hey, is that Harry Potter? I love that book. You know, I think we're gonna be best friends. That was the first day I met Faye, and she was right. We instantly bonded over our love of reading, and I was forever in awe of her confidence. Everyone, make way. Your queen is coming through. She proved to me that being into books did not mean you had to be timid. And that ends my presentation on why every Friday should be pizza day at the cafeteria. While Faye's life was forever blasting out loud, I felt like something was missing from mine. I'd read so many romantic tales of a prince riding into town, conquering the angry monsters just to be with the one he loves. And then I wonder, is my prince ever gonna come and save me? Snap out of it, Kayla. Huh? Look around you. These boys are no match for your intellect. They're all stinky and stupid.
Speak for yourself, nerds. That's why you weren't invited to the big house party this weekend.
Your fly is undone.
Huh? Oh, oops.
You see what I mean, Kayla? Is that the prince you were looking for? Yeah, maybe you're right. Except I really did want to go to that house party. I knew there was no way that was gonna happen. Or at least, that's what I thought, until everything changed one day as I was looking for a book in the library. Hey, what's this? Looks like a secret compartment. Pull it up. Whoa! Hidden beneath the shelf was a dusty book we'd never seen before. I blew on it and read its title, The Secrets to Get Boys to Fall in Love with You. That is the dumbest thing I've ever heard of. No wonder somebody hid it. Look at this stuff. How to dress for a man, how to talk to a man. I wonder if it works. Who cares? Shove it back where you found it. Actually, I think we should try it out. What? You can't be serious. I am. We could test it out tonight at the house party. Think of it as a social experiment where we see how easy it is to get boys to fall for us. Well, I do love a social experiment. All right, why not? I'm in. After school, we rush to my house and follow the book by the letter. Always wear bright red lipstick for attention. Check. Clip in hair extensions for more bouncy hair. Check. Learn how to walk correctly by balancing books on your head. Check. Juice your meals to digest them faster. Check. Ugh. Lift weights to tone your figure. I'm exhausted. Don't sit down. You'll get chair butt. And according to this book, boys hate chair butt. Ugh. Eyelashes, short skirts, pink everything, and ta-da! Wow, we look like completely different people. More like complete bimbos. I didn't care what Faye said. I was super excited. And when we arrived at the party, everyone was looking at us, and I felt seen for the first time.
Hey there,
good looking. Can I get you some punch?
I'll give you a punch. Faye, remember the book? Like, oh my gosh, I would totally love some punch. Duh.
Once alone, I scanned the room looking for my prince. And oh my god, there he was. He was the most beautiful boy I had ever seen. Tall, muscular, well-dressed, and looking so cool. I wanted to go over there, but I remembered what the book said. Chapter 13, don't pester boys. Rather, stand against a wall and look mysterious, and they'll come to you. And so, that's what I did. But unfortunately, it attracted the wrong guy.
Excuse me, miss. My name is Ricardo. And let me just say you are a radiant vision of sunbeam perfection.
Oh, thanks.
Please, let's swap numbers.
Okay.
Now, watch my superb dance moves.
This weird dude distracted me with the most bizarre dance in the world. And when I looked over, my prince was gone. And then Faye came up to me. We have to go. Wait, I need to find someone first.
Hey, that's the girl that dumped the guacamole bowl on my head.
Like I said, we have to go. Now. We ran away as fast as we could, but I turned just in time to see Ricardo blowing kisses after me. Ugh. But hey, at least we knew the book worked. The next day, I woke up to 100 messages from Ricardo. Some of them were sweet, but others were a little creepy. Like when he sent selfies of himself with roses in his teeth, or pictures of sketches he'd made of me, and there were a lot of them. Of course, I was just gonna ignore him. I was still hung up on finding the dream boat from the party, and I decided something else that weekend. I liked my new look and how other people looked at me, but on Monday at school, Faye didn't see it the same way. Excuse me, Miss Barbie, why are you still bimbo-fied? I think I want to try this out for a while. It makes me feel different, except it makes you look just like every other bimbo here. Can you stop calling me that, please? You know, I think we didn't fully commit to our social experiment, so let's read a few more chapters and then go to the arcade tonight. Why would we do that? Just then, as I opened my locker, an avalanche of teddies and gifts and love letters poured to the floor. Looks like Ricardo found me. Whoa, wait a minute. I'm starting to get the picture. You think you're actually gonna get your prince this way, don't you? You mean this guy? I don't even like him. Please, just come to the arcade. Do it for me, Faye. Hard pass. I'll be at the library where the smart people usually are. You're on your own. I hated to see Faye so annoyed, but I figured she'd get over it. Besides, I needed to continue my mission. That night, I read a few more chapters and then went to the arcade alone, where all the popular kids hung out. I felt super nervous by myself and considered leaving when—
Hey, are you just going to stand there, or are you gonna play something?
Oh my gosh, it was the hunk I saw at the party, and he was talking to me. Think quick, Kayla. What did the book say? Oh yes, chapter 7. Always laugh at boys' jokes. You're so funny.
Thanks. My name's Lloyd. Are you waiting to play this claw game?
Chapter 20. Be the damsel in distress. Oh, it's too complicated for me.
Oh, here, I'll show you. The trick is all about timing.
Like, oh wow, you're so good at that. Thank you.
Sure thing. Would you like to get ice cream?
Uh-oh. Chapter 3. Avoid fatty desserts. How about a low-fat milkshake instead? As we shared a vegan milkshake, Lloyd started telling me about his life. He was a part-time model, but his true passion was volunteering at the children's hospital. I mean, can someone be more perfect? I gazed into his eyes, and then we both moved forward to sip our straws at the same time. Our faces were so close, I almost thought he might kiss me, when suddenly my phone rang, and it was my mom telling me to come home immediately. Apparently, my grandma had broken her hip, and my parents needed to go out of town to see her. Since I couldn't miss school, they asked me to stay with Faye for a few days. I know the timing isn't great, and you're mad at me. Don't be silly. What are friends for? You packed all that makeup to bring over? Since when do you even have so much makeup? I went shopping yesterday. And what is this ridiculous bag? Wait, I've seen all the cheerleaders carrying this lately. Are you gonna start waving pom-poms in my face next? Faye, is me staying over gonna be a problem? No, of course not. Fine, I won't say anything. Although, the amount of money you spent on that makeup could run a soup kitchen for a year. Okay, I'm done now. But she really wasn't. She stared at me disapprovingly every day as we headed out for school. She huffed away angrily whenever any of the popular girls gave me compliments or invited me to sit with them at recess. And she gave me the silent treatment as I headed out for the arcade in the evenings. I'd met up with Lloyd there a couple more times, and I thought it was going well. Just as we were sharing another milkshake, we almost came close to kissing again, when suddenly— Hey, bestie! I thought I'd find you here. Ooh,
Ooh, aren't you gonna introduce me to this hunky monkey? What? Faye was here? And she was dressed by the book too? Lloyd Faye Lloyd. That's such a manly name. So Lloyd, can you show me how the photo booth works? Oh my gosh, it's so confusing.
Yeah, I can show you.
This was crazy. Faye was trying to steal the spotlight from me. Well, two can play at that game. Oh wow, look at these photos. We'd make such a cute couple for sure.
If you say so.
Oh, Lloyd, let's have a dance battle.
All right.
Oh, Lloyd, let's sing karaoke.
Okay.
Oh, Lloyd, let's get some cotton candy.
Sure.
Oh, Lloyd, let's shoot some zombies.
Can do.
Oh, Lloyd, let's break the basketball high score.
No,
Lloyd, let's trade some prizes for our tickets.
Well...
Oh, please, Lloyd.
Ow!
Lloyd, this way.
Ouch!
Come on, Lloyd.
Stop! I don't know what's happening here, but it's freaking me out.
It's not me, it's her. She's a phony. Me? You're the phony. Look at her.
What the heck? Look, I don't know what's going on here, but you two clearly have some serious issues, and I don't want to get in the middle of it. Goodbye.
No, Lloyd, come back. I can explain. Wait, Kayla, don't be a fool. Suddenly, I heard a loud crack and turned to see Faye tumble to the floor. Ow, these dumb heels. Faye, are you okay? I think I broke my ankle. Call an ambulance. As we waited for the ambulance, Faye turned to me angrily. This is all your fault. Me? You're the one who thinks all boys are trash, but then you just show up here to hit on Lloyd and ruin my chances with him? What's wrong with you? I don't want Lloyd. I was just trying to show you the mirror by acting like you. You look pathetic trying to be someone you're not just to make some stranger like you. I thought we were the cool, smart ones who don't care about what's on the outside. If you don't care about that, why does it bother you how I choose to dress or what I put on my face? You know what? You're just so used to bossing me around, you're pissed off I'm doing something on my own that you don't agree with. Fine, be a wannabe bimbo. We can't be friends then. Thanks for letting me know that our friendship is conditional on me always listening to you. The ambulance arrived and took Faye away. I didn't want to go to her place right away, so I went to my own house to cry it out. But to my shock, I found my room was overflowing with gifts from Ricardo. Heart-shaped balloons, bouquets, and dozens of teddy bears. This was all too much. And when I looked in the mirror, I didn't even recognize myself. I had lost my chances with Lloyd, and things with A were all messed up. Plus, these new clothes were so uncomfortable. And that's when I realized all these troubles started with the book. I opened it up to the final chapter and read in horror. Chapter 31, Charm Boys by cleaning up after their mess. Chapter 32, Make boys sandwiches when they are sad. This was not a magic guide to romance. This was the most sexist book in the world. And I had been such an idiot. I needed to make it right. The next day, I returned to the arcade, only this time as boring old Kayla. Excuse me, Lloyd?
Hey, Kayla?
Yeah, this is how I really look, and I'm just here to apologize. I've been acting like somebody I'm not, which isn't cool or fair to you.
Seems like you have some self-work to do.
Most definitely. Okay, well, sorry again. Goodbye.
Hold on. Do you want to get a milkshake?
As long as it's full fat. The rest of the evening, we played arcade games and then went for a romantic walk by the river. And Lloyd seemed to like me for me. I went home on cloud 9 that night, and when I woke up the next morning, I was determined to fix everything else. Starting with, Faye, I just wanted to apologize. You're right, I shouldn't have to change anything about myself to get noticed or be liked by anyone. Kayla, I owe you an apology too. To be honest, I just got jealous and insecure. I mean, you're out there trying to find your Prince Charming. Well, I'm perfectly happy just the two of us in the library. I just didn't want anything to change. We can have both, Faye. You'll always be my bestie, no matter who else comes into my life. I can handle that, as long as whoever he is appreciates the Kayla that I know. Deal? Deal.
Yoo-hoo!
Huh?
It's me, Ricardo. I've been searching for you for days. Why are you ignoring my gifts?
There was something crazy in his eye. Ricardo, you're coming on too strong. You broke into my house to leave me gifts, and now you're following me around? We don't even know each other.
But we can spend our whole lives getting to know each other. We're meant to be. I love you.
Ew, catch a hint, dude. She doesn't like you.
No, I will not rest until you're mine.
Ricardo grabbed me by the wrist, and I was about to panic when suddenly...
Let go of her!
Two boys battling over me sounded like a fairy tale in a romance novel. But now that it was actually happening, I didn't like it one bit. And that's when I remembered the book. The whack.
Ow! You break my heart and now you break my head. I don't want to be here anymore. Wow!
Yay!
At least this book came to some good use. Girl, I am so proud of you.
I turned the corner as fast as I could, but the scary men in dark suits were still behind me. I couldn't let them catch me. I had the fate of the world on my shoulders. Well, actually, it was around my neck in a butterfly locket that held the super secret code to a powerful weapon that had to be protected at all costs. Hi, my name is Grace, and I'm a super secret... That's classified! Let's just say I have a special set of skills. But before I continue, please like and subscribe. I darted into the subway and raced down the stairs just as the train slid into the station. The men were right behind me, yelling for me to stop. Sorry, suckers. Better luck next time. I hopped on the train, raced down the aisle, and bumped into the most beautiful boy I'd ever seen. His face screamed perfection. He had the body of an action star, and his smile could melt the polar ice caps. My special AI glasses analyzed him in half a second. His name was Nate. He was the quarterback of his high school football team, and his dad was a successful businessman. He seemed too good to be true. And then he opened his mouth.
Hey, sweet thing. Yeah, I know I'm handsome. I'm a perfect 10. No, an 11. Maybe a 12. I'm the best looking guy you've ever seen. Am I right?
Nate pulled out a marker and started signing his name on my arm. What the heck are you doing?
You don't want my autograph? I'm a famous football star. At least I will be in a couple years. Though the way you're looking at me makes me think I might be the man of your dreams. You're pretty cute, too. I mean, pretty and cute. Both? Get it?
Suddenly, I saw the angry men in black suits running down the aisle headed in my direction. The last thing I needed was to get caught with the necklace, so I pulled Nate into a kiss, distracted him, and quickly slipped it into Nate's backpack.
Wow, that was intense.
Well, what can I say? I'm an intense person. Oh, this was fun. See you never. Bye. Saying that, I just ran. Just as I had expected, the men rushed past Nate and didn't give him a second look. I raced off the train and into the crowded station and got out of there undetected. When I walked into headquarters, Agent Mama Bear ran up to me screaming, "Where's the necklace?" I had to stash it with a civilian. A civilian? Are you crazy? What are you thinking? If Mr. X gets to him before we do, that poor civilian is toast. Hello, the bad guys were tailing my butt, and I didn't want the necklace on me in case they caught me. I was thinking on my feet, and it seemed logical at the time. The president should be thanking me. Actually, he should put my name in the super secret agent handbook. I knew you were too young for this mission. I can fix this. I'll just get the locket back. Fine, this is your last chance. Hold on, I can see you guys are confused. Mr. X is actually a criminal mastermind who stole a super secret government weapon, but he can't use it because it works on a code that's hidden in a butterfly locket that I stole from a secret underground bunker. And now Mr. X wants to catch me, take the code, and sell the weapon to a group of evil men that are up to no good. You get the drill, right? After getting my butt kicked at the headquarters, I went straight to Nate's house to scope things out. But his mansion was like Fort Knox. There were guards everywhere. I couldn't risk the mission, so I decided that the only way to get closer to Nate and his backpack was to go undercover. I'd pose as a high school student, find Nate, snatch his backpack, and grab the necklace. The whole thing would be a piece of cake. The next morning, Agent Mama Bear enrolled me into Nate's school. The moment I stepped on campus, I was on a hunt to find Nate. But every time I tried to get near him, he was surrounded by an army of lovesick girls.
Nate, you're so strong and your muscles are so big.
I know. I go to the gym every day.
Your eyes are so perfect, Nate.
Thanks. I use a special kind of eye drops that Robert Pattinson used in his vampire movie. That's why his eyes were shining so much.
He winked. A couple of girls cheered and some begged him to take a selfie. I wanted to barf. A couple of hours later, I saw Nate alone at his locker. He had his backpack on, but it was zipped shut. So I crept over like a cat burglar and reached for the zipper. Just as I was about to open it, Nate turned around. Our faces were inches apart. He looked at me with his dreamy brown eyes, and I swear I heard angels singing. Then some kid ran by and bumped into me. I lost my balance, fell forward, and suddenly my lips were on Nate's, and then we were kissing.
You really can't seem to get enough of me, do you?
That was a mistake. I have to run.
Not so soon. I'm not letting you get away this time. How about you be my girlfriend? We can kiss all the time, and you can stop playing this game.
I don't have time for games. You have something of mine and I need it back.
Did I steal your heart? Well, baby, you stole mine too.
Enough of this. You're wasting my time. Just as I was about to snatch his backpack and grab the locket, this rich girl named Pam walked up with her minions and 2 burly bodyguards. She was the spoiled daughter of a rich politician. Pam shoved past me so hard I almost lost my balance.
Hey jerk, you pushed me. That's what I mostly do with garbage. Is this street rat bothering you, Nate? If she is, I can tell my guards to send her away.
She's not a street rat. She's a nice girl. We met on the subway.
The subway? Yeah, it's this thing underground. People use it for transportation. It's been around for over 100 years. Duh, I know that. It's just disgusting. How many times must I tell you, Nate? You shouldn't hang out with peasants. You could get cooties. Cooties aren't real. Yes, they are. My cousin got them, and she was in the hospital for a week. Nate, let's go. I'm allergic to poor people. If I stay near that girl any longer, I'll get a rash. Pam grabbed Nate's arm and whisked him away. Nate looked back at me and winked. After that, every time I tried to talk to Nate, Pam showed up and acted like a maniac. I saw Nate outside at lunch, but when I approached him, Pam started screaming and threw herself on the ground to get his attention. Nate, help! Monster ants are eating me alive! Of course, Nate fell for her act. He rushed to her side, picked her up, and held her in his arms like she was an overgrown baby. She was beyond annoying. Later, Pam and her band of minions ambushed me in the bathroom. Hey, subway girl, I'm getting really sick of you chasing after Nate. He's mine. Back off or else. You're the one chasing him like a lovesick puppy, and honestly, it's pretty pathetic. Get some self-esteem, girl. Oh, you're gonna regret that. Pam started jumping around like she was a boxer. I really don't think you want to do this. Ha! You're ugly and stupid. Can't you count? It's 3 against 1. Pam charged at me like a raging bull. I stepped to the side and she ran straight into her friend. The third minion ran up to me and I threw water in her face. She slipped on her shoelace and fell on top of Pam. Pam and her minions ran to the principal's office and told the principal that I'd attacked them. But my AI glasses caught the whole thing on camera and sent the principal a video of the incident from an anonymous email account.
Pam, your behavior is unacceptable, and I have no choice but to suspend you and your friends.
Out of nowhere, one of Pam's bodyguards walked into the room, whispered in the principal's ear, erased the email, and left.
On second thought, sorry, Pam. You and your friends did nothing wrong. Please enjoy the rest of your day.
What the fudge? Then the principal sent me to detention, and by the time I got out, the school day was over and I couldn't find Nate anywhere. God, I needed that necklace desperately. I checked his social media and saw that he was out partying at Pam's mansion, at a nightclub, and raced around the city in a limousine. Pam's bodyguards were stuck to them like glue, and her driver was guarding Nate's backpack like a hawk. I couldn't go near it without raising an alarm. It was almost 3 o'clock in the morning when Pam's driver dropped Nate off at home. I was so tired from following them around all night that I could barely keep my eyes open. I parked my car to rest my eyes, but I must have drifted off to sleep because when I woke up it was morning and Agent Mama Bear was glaring at me from the passenger seat. I thought you were working. Here you go, as fresh as a daisy. I was working, I just dozed off. We don't have time for naps. You can't let Mr. X get that locket before you do. Anyway, I've got some fresh information. Agent Mama Bear told me that Nate's dad was holding a fundraiser at his house tonight. The mission was for me to enter Nate's house dressed as a maid, grab the locket, and leave. And Agent Mama Bear was my backup. We changed into our disguises and walked right up to Nate's front door. The guards let us in without a hitch. When the time was right, I went around the house looking for Nate's room and finally found it. I slid inside like a fast ninja and immediately spotted Nate's backpack. I opened it, searched for the locket, but it was gone. I panicked. How could this moron lose the locket? I turned the room upside down but couldn't find it anywhere. I glanced out the window. Nate was lounging near the pool, sunbathing his six-pack with a stupid smile on his face. Gosh, he's so cute. Nope. Get a grip, girl. I rushed down the stairs, and just as I was about to step outside, I saw a tired old woman scrubbing the floors, and then I saw Nate walk in. I immediately hid behind a pole to avoid getting spotted, while Nate walked over to the old woman with an envelope of cash in his hand.
Ma'am, please take this money and use it to go see the doctor.
I can't, sir. I have to work to help your father with the party. If I leave, he'll be very upset.
Don't worry about my dad. I'll talk to him. Come back when you're feeling better.
The old woman thanked Nate and left. I was shocked. I'd never seen him act so selfless. I was about to say something, then Nate's father rushed past me.
Have you lost your mind? No, it's where I left it this morning. This isn't funny. I saw what you did for that maid. You think money grows on trees? I swear you're as dim as a broken light bulb. Try not to embarrass me tonight in front of Pam's dad. And why haven't you asked Pam to be your girlfriend? By now, you should be engaged. Marrying that girl will make you filthy rich, and then you can invest a ton of money into my business. Dad, I don't want to marry Pam. She's a nice girl, but I'm not interested in her that way. I didn't ask you for your opinion. You're too simple to make good decisions. You just focus on throwing your football and staying in shape and getting that girl to fall in love with you.
Nate's dad stormed off, and the look on Nate's face almost broke my heart. I felt so guilty for treating him so badly before. I walked over and put my hand on Nate's shoulder. I don't think you're stupid. What you did for that old woman was really sweet.
You don't have to be nice to me. My dad will still pay you.
It's me, Grace.
Who?
Grace! We met on the train. Geez, we've even kissed twice, once by mistake.
Yeah, I know. Why are you dressed like a maid? I couldn't recognize you at all.
That was the idea, dummy. And why do you act all self-absorbed at school when you're actually kinda sweet?
Did you just give me a compliment? Must be my lucky day.
Well, not really, because I'm about to kick your butt too. I need that butterfly locket I hid in your backpack when we met. It's really, really important. Where is it?
What butterfly necklace?
I didn't have a choice but to tell everything to Nate. He heard everything and then looked at me in shock.
Why would you slip something that important in my bag? I'm literally the clumsiest person you'll meet.
Yeah, I wasn't thinking straight then.
Oh, did my good looks distract you from your mission?
Yeah, maybe. Can we talk about that later? I really need to find that necklace or my boss will have my head.
Wait. I think I saw Pam wear something like that a few days back.
Nate showed me Pam's Instagram account, and I immediately spotted the picture where she was wearing that butterfly necklace. I asked Nate to call Pam and ask her to come for the fundraiser wearing that necklace.
She should be here soon. Pam and her dad are the guests of honor. What do we do next?
We get ready to pull off the heist of the century. Okay, that might be an exaggeration, but you know what I mean. Pam was really late, and we were beginning to think she wouldn't even come, but she finally arrived along with her dad and an entourage of guards. And thankfully, she was wearing the necklace. She immediately walked up to Nate, gave him a peck on his cheek, and my insides felt on fire. What the heck was this feeling?
Nate, this necklace is divine. I found it in your backpack when I was going through your things. I just had a feeling you might have a present for me.
Yeah, about that. That necklace is, dangerous. No, it's poisonous. It will make you break out in hives. You'll get pimples on your face. It will be totally disgusting and gross. You'll give nightmares to small children.
Pam yanked off the necklace and threw it on the ground. Before I could get to it, Pam's dad sprang into action, but Agent Mama Bear got in his way. Not so soon, Mr. X. You're busted. Grace, quick, grab the necklace and run. I did exactly that, but a bunch of guards got in my way. I grabbed a vase and hurled it at a guard and then burst out my martial arts moves. I threw 5 spinning back kicks, an open fist punch, and a couple of elbows that laid the guards out cold. Agent Mama Bear called for reinforcements to haul Pam's dad off to jail. I had no idea what happened to Pam and her mom, except that they moved somewhere very far away. The president thanked me, Nate, and Agent Mama Bear for our spectacular service, and even named a special holiday after us. Nate's dad cried at the ceremony and apologized to Nate for underestimating him. I was promoted to a first-class agent, and Nate was invited to join the super secret agent training program. I delivered his invitation myself.
So now that you've been a hero, what's next?
I think I want to finish high school here.
I knew it. You love me. You can't resist my pecs. Or is it that my brave heart or fearless spirit? If I was a 10 before, what does that make me now? 20?
I'd give you a solid 4.
What?
I'm kidding.
Sheesh, you had me worried.
Then I pulled Nate close and kissed him.
When I was 8, my parents took me to Italy on a family holiday. It was all fun until I saw something I could only imagine in my worst nightmare. The Leaning Tower of Pisa. I ran to the building and started pushing against a wall. Mom, Dad, please come and help me get this straight. It's all wrong.
What's wrong with that girl? Is she possessed?
That kid's a freak. But Mom went mad hearing them. She's a perfectionist, not a freak, dumbhead. Dad dragged her away and took us both home before we could make a bigger scene. Hey friends, my name is Bella and I'm from Manchester. Please like and subscribe. Ever since I can remember, I've been a perfectionist, like my mom. She owned a small bakery and everyone loved her cakes. Growing up, my place always used to be squeaky clean, and I hated visiting other kids just because their homes weren't as tidy as mine. But it wasn't just that. I couldn't sleep at night without the TV on. I needed to color code my entire closet, and I had to count words on signboards while I traveled in a car. When I was in the 9th grade, another bakery opened up right across from ours. When Mom saw the long lines outside, she was furious and wanted to check out what they had that we didn't. But when I entered the shop and I saw the slightly tilted balloon arc, I felt my eye twitch. I just had to fix it. As I tried to, the entire thing fell on a table of cupcakes, and then a girl standing nearby started to yell at me. Are you crazy? My parents worked so hard to set everything up and you ruined it. But I swear, I just wanted to fix the arc. I'm so sorry. Wait a minute. Aren't you from the bakery across the street?
You guys were jealous, and you did this on purpose. What? Of course not. Let me just tell you, the whole decoration looks ugly. There's no color coordination, everything's off. No way we'd be jealous of this place. And before I knew it, the girl had pounced on me with her gross, sticky hands. Oh, God. Our parents pulled us apart, but our moms were glaring at each other. Get out of our shop, now! Yeah, we're leaving. It's not like it's something special. On our way home, I was so mad at that girl, and I hoped I'd never see her again. But the very next day in school, someone entered the classroom, and it was her. The teacher introduced her as Maya, and just then our eyes locked, and she glared at me. When she sat down, I noticed her odd-colored nails and cringed. Like, who did that? I tried avoiding Maya every day, but she was so loud and messy. One day, the math teacher asked everyone to take out their homework assignments, and she just couldn't find hers. I promise I did it. I put it in here. And then what happened? Your dog ate it? An elf came at night and stole it. A kidnapper is holding it for ransom. I make myself laugh. Well, at least you make someone laugh. And then Maya turned over her entire bag on her desk, and I was horrified at all the trash she had inside. She found her filthy assignment and a half-eaten donut. Want some? I'm sure it's only 2 weeks old. No, 3. Okay, a month, tops. The teacher looked as disgusted as I felt. It made Maya stand at the back with her face to the wall. She deserved it. But the next day, I saw a bunch of kids gathered around Maya before math class, and they were all laughing. The teacher walked in and everyone ran to their seats. A few moments later, I saw Maya take out a freaking mouse from her pocket and quietly slip it into the teacher's desk while her back was turned. Seconds later, when the teacher turned around, she screamed and fell back in fright, while the mouse started running everywhere, and I panicked. Maya, catch your stupid mouse right now. I can't stand it. Mice are dirty. Catch it now. The whole class turned to me in shock, and the teacher was about to explode. Maya got 2 months detention, and she and the entire class turned on me. You're such a snitch, Bella. Everyone knew it was me, but you had to announce it. I didn't mean to. Do you ever mean to do anything? Save it, weirdo. As if having her in school wasn't bad enough, I found out that she was also my neighbor. Mom was even more annoyed than I was. Oh God, are they following us or something? That hot mess now lives next to us. I felt the same way about Maya, but for some reason, all the kids and most of the teachers became her fans. It was like Maya was the real perfectionist because she could have fun. And she was an ace student who was giving me tough competition. One day during lunch, I was sitting at my usual spot when suddenly Maya came over and sat across me, grinning. What are you doing here? Oh, I just came to see if you'd like the surprise I planned for you. What surprise? Why don't you look up? I looked up and saw a balloon coming right at me. And suddenly, I was drenched in paint. My hair, clothes, face, it was everywhere. Oh God, oh my God. No, what did you do? Hey, Bella, I was just messing around. Can you relax? But it was like I couldn't hear her. And suddenly I attacked Maya as I screamed and cried. I don't remember what happened next, but as the teachers were taking me away, everyone was looking at me like I was some kind of alien. I was taken to the hospital and I found out that I just had a panic attack and that I had OCD. Turns out, even Mom had it and never knew. I had a breakdown and needed to take some time off school. I returned after 2 weeks and could feel everyone giving me weird looks, like I'd go mental any second, and it was all Maya's fault. But the moment I entered class, she stepped forward and smiled at me. Hey, Bella, I'm so glad you're back. I hope you're feeling better. Whatever, Maya. Don't pretend like you care. Look, I'm just really sorry for that day. I was only having fun, but I didn't know. Oh, please, just get out of my way. But after that day, Maya kept being nice to me, even though I kept trying to ignore her. A few days later, we were having art class, and Maya took a place next to me. Sometime later, she looked over my painting and said, "That looks really good. You're talented." Can't say the same about you. What did you even make? A dog with a horse's body? Maya just looked at me, and then burst out laughing. She laughed so hard she fell on the floor, and I started laughing too. OMG, you are so mean. That was my puppy that died a few years ago. But jeez, it does look like he has a horse's body. Maybe Maya wasn't so bad. Soon we started hanging out together, and she kind of started to grow on me. One time I was in the cafeteria eating my lunch when I realized Maya was staring at me. What? Why do you finish your fries first, then the burger, and cold drink in the end? I don't know. I always eat it like that. Everybody does. No? Why don't you try this? Maya ate a fry, then took a bite of the burger, and took a sip of her soda. Though I hated the idea of trying all three together, I did it for Maya. Holy moly, it tastes amazing! Told ya. Maya was the friend I needed. She accepted me for who I was, but also made me try different things. One day when I was home, I suddenly heard Mom screaming loudly. She was arguing with Maya's mom, who was washing her car while playing loud music. I asked you to keep the music down and stop making a mess. You're wasting water, you dumbhead. Who are you calling a dumbhead? And then she turned the hose to Mom, completely soaking her. Mom was furious and tried to snatch the hose from her. As they both fought, I saw Maya come out. Jeez, Maya, tell your mom to stop. Look at her, she's messy and crazy. She's crazy? Well, at least she's not a robot, like you and your mom. And just like that, we both got into a fight. I was so angry at Maya, I totally ignored her at school the next day. And she was doing the same. In our science period, the teacher announced how there was going to be a science tournament and we needed to pick teams. Even though Maya and I were the smartest kids in class, everyone wanted to be on her team. You're going to make the project so fun, Maya. I want to be with you.
Me too. Pick me, Maya.
So I had to choose from 3 backbenchers. And as we worked together, I realized my team really needed to learn the basics. I could see Maya's project was almost done, and I was so far behind. So just one day before the submission date, I became a dictator. Listen to me loud and clear. We will get this done today. You got it? Go, go, go! I pushed those guys so hard, and by some miracle, we finished it. Well, team, I'm proud of you. I'm sure we'll win tomorrow.
But Maya's project looks so much better. Ours is really good too.
Come on, we can win this. I was feeling confident, but something totally unexpected was waiting for me at school the next day. Maya was screaming while her project lay broken on the floor. It was fine when we left it yesterday. How could this happen? We worked so hard. What do we do now?
Who did this? Do you think it could be Bella?
Oh, shut up. She would never do this. I felt my heart swell hearing her words. She wasn't talking to me, but she still defended me. Just then, I spotted my team member snickering on the side.
Ours is the best project now.
What do you mean now? What did you do?
Bella, we just wanted to win.
What did you do? Spit it out.
We kind of broke it yesterday before leaving school.
Oh my God! I couldn't believe they'd do such a thing. I was beyond furious. I didn't want to win this way, so I walked over to Maya's stall and told her everything. You can tell the teachers. I'm really sorry. Well, that was a nasty thing your team did, but I appreciate you being honest. Help us fix this and we can forget about it, okay? I helped Maya and her team fix the project right before the exhibition started, and after the teachers judged everyone's project, they got first prize. And I was so happy for her. Just as I was walking away, Maya suddenly pulled me into an empty classroom, and she kissed me. Whoa, what just happened? I just wanted to do that. Did you like it? Maya, it's not a really good idea. Our moms hate each other and wouldn't even want us to be friends. Why don't you loosen up for once and stop caring, Bella? Did you like it or not? I looked at her and smiled. I think I did. I'll have to try it again to be sure. And then I kissed her. The next few weeks with Maya were amazing. We kept it completely secret from our moms, and we were always sneaking around them. One time, she asked me to come over at night, and I nearly passed out when I saw her room. There were clothes everywhere. Oh my God. Listen, I'm helping you clean this. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to break up with you. She laughed, and we spent the whole night sorting out the mess. Best date ever. Sometime later, Maya and I were selected to be part of a quiz competition that was gonna be broadcast live on a local TV channel. I was nervous, but so relieved to be doing this with Maya. It was going great, till there came a moment when I pressed the buzzer to answer a question, but suddenly, my mind went blank. I started to sweat and felt breathless as I sensed all eyes on me. Oh God, not another panic attack.
Do you know the answer?
I do, but I just need to count to 50 first.
What? We don't have time for that. If you don't know the answer, just pass.
Suddenly, Maya leapt up from her seat. She does know the answer. She just needs to count to 50, okay? Can you give her some space and let her do that? The host gave her an impatient nod, and I closed my eyes as Maya took my hand. Once I'd counted, I gave the answer, and it was correct. We won! I stepped forward as team captain to receive the trophy, when suddenly, Maya's mom jumped onto the stage and tried to snatch it from me.
Why do you get to receive it? My daughter should. You wouldn't even have one without her, loser.
And then my mom was on the stage too.
Who are you calling a loser? She's the team captain because she's better than your daughter.
Oh my God, shut up, both of you. We dragged our mothers backstage and I turned to them furiously. Thanks a lot for embarrassing us. You know what? You want to fight and compete and rip each other's hair out? Go ahead. But Maya and I are friends. In fact, we're more than friends. And with that, I took her hand.
What do you mean?
Let me make it clearer. And with that, Maya kissed me, and our moms' faces were priceless. No way, not happening.
Bella, have you lost your mind?
Yeah, maybe I have. Deal with it. I put my arm through Maya's, and we walked off to celebrate our victory with ice cream. We'll get 3 scoops each. Vanilla, strawberry, and chocolate. Exactly in that order. Don't mess it up, okay? I love you, Maya.
Yeah, you're okay too.